he just jumps onto a plane and then he goes smoosh.
Oh yeah, his legs break.
It's so gnarly. Look at it.
I know. It's written like. Do you know Brian Posehn at all? It's this metalhead comedian guy. Yeah, he wrote the.
So is the yellow like his self-dialogue or something?
Yeah, the yellow's him. He doesn't have a split personality till the end of this one. They like rewrote it. It's pretty cool. Oh right, we're live by the way.
Oh, we are?
Yeah. I clicked the button and it happened.
Is that what happens when the button gets clicked?
I clicked it. Are we 5 or are we 6?
I'm pretty sure it's 6 now.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
fuck.
I was just reading a bit of Deadpool.
Yeah, I got the new Brian Posehn Deadpools. Put it back, but there you go. It's pretty Deadpool-y cover. It's probably real blurry. All the stream catches up with us. We sent out the feelers to Chris and Pez, so if they show up, they show up.
Pez will as well.
I kind of appreciated that he was awake in time too last week. So maybe if the invite's just sitting there, he'll wake up. He'll be like, fucking webcams and shit. I don't know. What do you do?
What do you do? Don't do much.
Not much.
So what are we what are we intro on?
Not cool. I don't fucking know, man. Danny Radcliffe raps Blackalicious. I clicked the YouTube thing. I'm actually really curious to see how this shows up in the stream if I do this sort of thing.
I think I brought my list.
You didn't bring a list?
No,
what?
I left it at home, I think.
You're the only one that makes a list.
Oh, no.
No, I got a list. I got news. I got well, and we know. Oh, what the? Where's my lower third gone? Oh fuck. Oh, RetroCast Player 5, Zolib 6, flipping the script. I can't make it come back.
It's gone forever.
Oh well, the lower third was a fun thing while it lasted, guys.
Until it exploded.
Yeah, what have I done wrong?
Maybe it is there. I don't know.
It's not. I can see here. It's not. Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
What are we going to talk about in this episode? We're going to talk about game glitches.
Yeah, we're talking game exploits this week. I got some news. It's been a pretty good week for news and releases coming out in the next couple of days. See if Chris and everyone shows up, and I'm going to keep trying to make this lower third thing work the only way I know how. It's not working. Yeah, just clicking repeatedly. Game exploits is the topic, and the news is really towards that as well, which is cool. I bet we'll get into that, I imagine, in a little bit.
We've got shout-outs for today as well.
Yeah, I've probably got a couple of shout-outs covered up. I've got to go over those cards, is why I'm seeming distracted, probably. Right? Yeah, get rid of the pink, like we should every time. You keep telling everyone about how cool we are.
How
handsome I am.
So if you've noticed Avi's mustache, you will have noticed it's quite well kept. Yeah. I just need to get myself in the mood.
I know.
Get the stretches happening. Get invigorated.
Okay, everyone, we'll do it retro game stuff. So, Link, pull some master sword.
I know. In Skyward Sword, I was really getting into it. Into the
combat.
I thought I'll get some exercise happening.
Oh
so
yeah,
stand up for this.
Skyward Sword exercise is a really good idea. Reckon,
it was good because I was like in the house all day, and I was like,
I think it's a great idea.
So on Skyward Sword, you got the stamina bar.
Yeah.
So I was like, just copy my leader, so like run. You got to run like with your hands like this. You don't shake the remote. Otherwise, like it'll go and start rolling and stuff. And then when your stamina runs out, I was like, kept some time to rest. Every step that he had to take, I had to take a step.
Whoa.
Okay. So it's sort of like
that's reality.
AR happening, but just in my own imagination.
I mean, if you had like a Wii balance board and you could organize that, that'd be cool.
But I mean, it kept me going for like 6 hours of Skyward Sword because I had some exercise and was keeping active through it.
Hydrated. You're just like, imagine you had one of those like camel packs with water in it, and you're just like.
The best part, though, the most satisfying bit is when you actually shove the Master Sword in the to start a trial.
Yeah, right.
Remember doing that?
Yeah.
And you grab the swords and you go, and then you go into the
That
spirit
is
realm.
satisfying.
It's satisfying.
There's something really cool about that. I mean, that game has a good themes. Yeah. It's fine.
I played a lot of that, so I'll be speaking about that.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's something weird happened in it that they want to talk about as well.
Okay, well, I'm pretty excited about that actually. Do we have any shout-outs that we feel are necessary to fit in?
I've run out of internet data,
so you're not watching stuff.
So I did watch a few things, mainly like I went through and I tried to find some YouTubers that had like 1 or 2 views or like one.
Okay, cool.
Below 10 subscribers.
That's awesome.
There was one guy.
That's nice.
I can't remember any of their names. Though. I really should have. I was on my list, but my list is at home.
My list is not here. Don't have it.
And I don't know. It was just cool. There was like one guy just playing Gunpoint. He's like,
oh yeah, no.
There's no one watching anyway. So I was like, I'm here, buddy.
Hey man, we got you back.
Yeah.
I saw it. No, I did see you comment with that guy. What was his name? I could go look it up right now. It's like in the screen, behind the screen. I'm looking at. It's right there. Right.
Do it. Just get it up.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So yeah, he was playing Gunpoint, and I've actually been playing Gunpoint and got a few videos that I'm gonna put up on the channeler. And I'm gonna channel into the channel. Oh, see what I did there?
I did.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got distracted by trying to work out where our live.
Yeah, I mean, Gunpoint's pretty fun. There's something really satisfying about like jumping on.
Have you gone overboard and gotten the?
Yeah, there's like a part in one of the videos where I'm screaming, going, "Yeah!" as I'm punching.
I really wished I'd got my first reaction to that because
it was so
I was playing through it and I was just like, I can just keep hitting this guy, and then I just like kept clicking, and then it's like, do you even read? And I was like, no, clearly not. It's like, oh no, that was in Transistor. It says, do you even read? Because there's like this, it's another overkill thing. If you hit them with like, I think it's like 18 times their damage or something like crazy. They just it's basically like, do you even? You're a bad person and stuff. And just like all these like little notes about your combo.
Satisfying yourself by beating the shit out of someone.
It's good. It's good.
I've been playing lots of Worms, and I've been watching lots of people play Worms.
I've noticed that too. Actually,
You've noticed that one.
I see everything because I see comments and stuff.
And there was a young kid.
Here you go. This was the guy that I was thinking of.
Yeah, Fenrir Pendragon. Shout out to Fenrir Pendragon.
I'm not.
Shout out to ISO Bros. Shout out to that young
Bros.
Kid, Mr. Nick Inc. He's like crazy.
Mr. Nick Inc. I still don't know about that, but all right, fine. Yeah.
You just watch his how to do YouTube video and just see what you get from that.
All right. Talk Gaming, official Mon Cubes. These are guys I have never talked to in
Gaming.
my life. Like this is just random. These are the randomest people because I just like come in and I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, they're just some random people.
And Anthony, of course.
Anthony. Oh yeah, good old Anthony.
What the fuck, Anthony? Is that actually?
I think that's a person.
It can't be your YouTube.
They shared
Anthony Vacura. Well, he sounds like he's a cool guy.
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
Tripwire. I'm sure I watched something with Tripwire.
Oh, I've been watching a lot of Tripwire. Tripwire is also. He just hit 100 subscribers.
Oh, that's what I watched. I watched his 100 subscribers.
That's pretty good. I was enjoying it. Interesting choices with the game soundtracks. I was, I don't know. Like when I thought about it, I was because I was playing Shovel Knight. Still playing Shovel Knight. It's been too hot to record. That's why I hasn't been Shovel Knight in a couple of days. But because like my computer just freezes up on me. So
my fan in my computer started to make weird noises.
I've got supplementary fans in this thing now, and the little stand that I've got. Yeah, I know it's too fancy. Probably I should probably just calm down. I need to get to the YouTube page so we can open up the control room as well. Keep going. Okay. Not meant to distract anyone.
So. I think that's it for shoutouts for me. Then I ran out of data and I haven't been able to do nothing.
And my parents.
And there's been videos coming out. There's been like Room that's been coming out.
Are you just looking? You're literally just looking at the release page because I'm trying to scroll through it.
The Worms and Tea. Did you watch Worms and Tea?
I haven't gotten around to it yet. I really want to though. I love Worms. I've loved Worms for a long time.
Oh, I've been a Worms addict actually. So I've got Worms on the OS X.
Yeah.
And then I saw there's Worms on iPad.
Yeah.
So I got like Worms Armageddon for iPad because I was hoping like it would just be a remake of the retro version, but it's sort of being revamped for an iPad system, which I think's terrible. I think they should just have like an emulator sort of thing happening.
Yeah, I mean, I get that for sure. But
Yeah,
like, what are you gonna do?
I got like Worms HD.
That's hard. Yeah.
As well, thinking it was like a iOS specific game of Worms, but pretty much it's the same as every other. The Mac Worms like all exactly the same.
It's exactly the same.
They're just.
I'm so sorry about that, dude.
Apart from the HD version of Worms, if you like look, it's really not HD.
Okay.
Most of like the little buttons and stuff you click are like really pixelated, and there's just no consistency with the graphics, which is a funny thing because we were saying like, you know, storyline and gameplay.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we look for in a game, but I think consistency in graphics, like if something's like, I think if you're going to do 8-bit or you're going to do pixels, you got to go all in and just do pixels. You can't have like,
kind of pixels and
pixels
3D
in the background and this like font that's like.
Unless you do it well, I mean, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
if it looks good, then it's gonna look good. But if you just like, if
throw
you're
it
just
over
like,
there.
well, I have a couple of 3D models, but I've only got this 8-bit character sprite kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can't start shoehorning it in.
Exactly. I think like that
Sure.
that game I was playing, Monsters Ate My Condo, that does it well.
Okay.
Because it's got like the pixelated text and all that sort of stuff, but the actual games are
Yeah. Right.
like got lots of depth to it.
Yeah. See, that's clever. Like that's just how it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I'm trying to get this. All
So
that
it
to
ain't
work,
working.
and I don't want to completely tear down the entire stream to get it working.
Yay.
Hey everybody! Also, if you're just joining us and comments are still not working for some reason, I don't know if they are.
Chat retro.
Hashtag chat retro. We're not using that really, but yeah, you can tweet at us or you can hashtag at us with the hashtag chat retro,
Yeah.
if you so choose. Because I mean, I'll check it. I've got to do that.
He'll check it. We will. We promise.
You into that? You into me looking at it and checking?
Okay, what else? So you do your shout outs.
Okay, here we go. I'm talking Desert, I'm talking Kanamas, I'm talking Usuals. I haven't really had the chance to do much. I actually, like I sort of mentioned it to Desert, but I don't know if I really got my point across. It was like 40 degrees or something in Mullen.
Yeah,
and I was just
Mullen
like,
would have been just an oven.
it was ridiculous. It was so hot. And then, so essentially, yeah, I was in a live stream with him. It's like 2 PM. It's like hottest part of the day.
I'm gonna say
And
40 degrees Celsius is like 200 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's like 115 to 130, I think.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, I feel like that's right. We don't know anything about Fahrenheit. Sorry. I know what temperature in Fahrenheit books start to burn at.
Is it?
You should know this.
I
You own a
do.
bookstore.
Catch 22.
Catch 22.
Ah, shit.
It's a catch 22 of a
It's
fire.
a number 148. No,
148. That's
418.
It's like
I can't remember.
I swear it's like
Something
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit.
It's not.
Fahrenheit 910.
No, I know what you think. That's like that movie. It's Fahrenheit. Now I don't even remember. You bashed it out of my head with random numbers.
I do know. Everyone always is like, "Have you got this book?" You know, it's like.
I love that book.
I haven't read it. I'm gonna say it's Animal Farm. We'll just leave it at that.
We are trying to get chat
1984.
working, Desran. 1984. Fahrenheit 1984. Books start to burn. Well,
Alright,
we managed to
moving
talk
on.
about books again.
Let's go to.
We're trying to get chat working. We're trying to get. We don't know why chat's
This is
not
like
working.
podcast 6. Everything just.
Well, like it
crashed.
worked once, right? Why does it stop?
Oh, who knows?
I don't even. It's like because we. Honestly, I think it's because we launch out of Google Plus now, and there's some kind of weird disconnect between what's going on and what's going on. I hope everything's working fine. Do let us know. Thanks for writing in, Desiree, and asking about that. And it is going great. He asked, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going pretty good.
It's going
How's
well.
it going, Desran?
bit of a weird wake up this morning.
For sure.
Yeah, right. Like I woke up really tired, but then I was like, I'm just gonna go to sleep, and then I'm like, oh no, I have to do a thing. I don't know. Anyway, that was a whole situation. Yeah, chat for some reason still not working, and we're not.
I think the chat's a bit laggy anyway, so tweets is pretty cool.
Yeah, tweets is quick. Like I can get onto tweets quickly. The thing we are trying to get working is the lower third. If you remember in past broadcasts, we've had like
a fancy little thing.
Had a thing down here where it's like says what we're talking about. Yeah, it makes it kind of like a talk show. I mean, I'll put it in annotations painstakingly in the 2.5 hours. We're like, this goes from here to here, sort of. Maybe. We'll see what happens.
Draw one off in paper and just put it against it.
Just against the camera. Throw the focus out heaps.
Okay, so you've done your shout-outs?
I mean, yeah, like I'm not... yeah, Jerry, Watch Me Game. That was a big week for Watch Me Game. He had an issue where all his like consoles exploded. I'm sure everyone watching this already knows, or like was part of that conversation. He was reluctant. I'm sorry that I was like, there was this moment where I was just like, just be cool with it, because it's like everyone's trying to be so nice to you and stuff, and I was just like, cool, yeah, like, but anyway, but like, yeah, he got it and he was happy and everything was all right. I think the problem was at the first instance when he saw it and I ruined the surprise. He thought that someone was trying to like steal his identity and like raise money off of his like account or something. And I was like, well, yeah, if I thought that, then maybe I'd be like, holy crap, don't go to this guy and fucking scammers. But yeah, anyway, so he had a rough time. I think he's getting a PS4 days ago on Friday. I think he said it was going to come in. Yeah. Anyway, he got that. So shouts to Watch Me Game. Went through a tough time, but he got back on his feet.
He's back
quick. It was good. It was really good. I was just really surprised. Like the community pulled together, and it was really nice and heartwarming. So big shout outs to Jerry, Watch Me Game, and also to Brennan Games. I think this guy I met through that event, more or less. I
think I watched his video.
I watched Lego Batman was the one I watched.
I watched just him like talking like an update on what was happening with Jerry. And
I watched that one too. Yeah. That was really cool. That was cool that he was like, hey, can we do something? And then like in the comments, if you scroll down or whatever, it's just Grab Pint being like, it's already done. It's like, it's right here. Here's the link, buddy. It's like, I was so happy with that.
Yeah, it was good.
And no, it was just a good response. Good job, guys, to everyone that was watching. Just a big shout out to Grab Pint. Ginger Red was there. Tripwire showed up. It was just like a nice community event.
Yeah. And
based around the tragedy.
Stronger as well, I think.
Yeah, I think it really did. Like
pretty well. I think Bronan and then Grab a Pint and Watch Me Game, they all connected in their little podcast.
Yeah, Bronan was in the podcast with those guys, which I listened to a bit of so far. I want to finish it up. But that's cool. Like I like you guys' podcast a lot. I don't actually know if they watch ours, so this is kind of a thing. Like I'm just like, hey guys, remember that message I sent you in our podcast? No. Anyway, yeah, no. Good job, guys. Really good job to the whole community. Happy to see everyone pull together. It was heartwarming. It was really nice. And keep up the good work. When we'll keep it up, you know? And everyone will be there to support each other. I think that is shout out to me because like I've had a good week with watching stuff. This heat's been just like I'm just gonna sleep.
Just gonna like lie here and just go.
I'm just gonna melt.
Make it stop.
You know what the worst part is? We can't have fans on because we're like recording and shit. Yeah. And then like it's only gonna get hotter from here.
I mean, it's nice and overcast. If there's
today's great. Today's fine. Yeah. But yeah, if it rains, it'd be even better. But anyway, the weather. Okay. Weather forecast. Retro weathercast.
Hashtag weathercast.
Hashtag weathercast. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that was cool. Everything's cool. What else? So is there anything else that we need to sort of bring up? I'm just.
No, I think that's done.
Expecting
move on to. Yeah, so we're expecting like Pez and Chris.
Well, I sent them both invites.
And or Pez, yeah.
I'm not sending them messages in the morning anymore to be like, hey, you guys showing up this week? Because I'm sick of doing that. And Kieran doesn't need that.
If they arrive, they'll Just seeing
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And they've got the invite city now, so it's easy for them to show up. Cool.
So what are we moving on to? News.
Newsy. I know stuff. we don't have a lower third. It's throwing me off so much. I'm gonna keep pretending.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm gonna keep pretending.
It to news.
I changed it. I mean, if it's news, it's news.
Is like custom overlay? That's off.
Yeah, custom overlays. It's meant to be off because you have to select an overlay. Hey guys, you ready for this shit? This is like a whole thing. Damn. All right, none of the app works.
Okay, right.
I'm a dingleberry. Okay, never mind. Yeah, no, it's not custom overlay. It's not. It's just not working. Anyway, it's not the point. It's a distractor layer. I'll play with it whenever we get a chance in the conversation. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up the lid, and that's not gonna take forever because I'm good at this and my job. No, in the news, so everything doesn't work this week. This week is the everything doesn't work week.
It feels like that, actually.
It's the everything breaks week, as far as I can tell. So, Warlords of Draenor, the new World of Warcraft expansion launched.
Yeah.
And this is just something I want to talk about because I've been watching it all. And let me just say, as an outsider to the World of Warcraft community, pretty hilarious. Pretty funny to like watch go down.
I caught a glimpse of like the actual game and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, the game looks amazing.
Yeah,
the gameplay, mwah. The queue time to get into the gameplay, 8 hours.
Oh.
Just flat. Like is apparently like in America, in North America,
like all-nighters actually do it.
You had to be like, all right, I'm starting the queue now, and now I go to sleep, and then you just hope that you aren't logged out by the time you wake up to get back in or whatever.
Or your internet hasn't been disrupted.
Yeah, like that
hasn't been lost.
Yeah, you just prayed that, and like here's my problem with the whole thing. I don't know if I'm getting too into this too quickly, but like it's World of Warcraft, right? And then their excuse is like, oh, we didn't know that all these people were going to want to play World of Warcraft.
Who would have thought?
Oh, a new expansion? Why would everyone show up for that? And then
it's only been like the most popular game for like more than 5 years.
There's like millions of registered players, and even I was thinking like, oh yeah, I could like just buy the expansion and play through like the month of time you get or whatever, and then I'd be done and be fine, and I just like enjoy myself with World of Warcraft or whatever.
But it's like Diablo 3, Blizzard doing it again.
It's like 8-hour queue times, and like apparently Australia was getting up to like 4 or something, so it's still like it's worldwidely. It was bad. The situation wasn't good. And yeah, I'm sitting there thinking like you're like the biggest online gaming company, like purely all of your games are like online based, online competitive, and then you come out and you're like, what are all these people doing here for all of our millions of hours of content? Like, what are you doing, Blizzard?
Oh, Diablo 3 all over again.
Yeah, that was it. Like people couldn't play their game for the day. I noticed Gravipint got a video out. And I was like impressed because it was like 40 minutes of gameplay, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, I want to go on and comment and just be like, "How did you even?" Okay, I mean, good on you. I feel like that's good content to have right now, honestly. Oh, why is it so hard to share live events?
What if mine hasn't worked?
Yeah, I got a whole list of things that haven't been going well. There we go, events. I'm doing it. I'm learning everything about the apps. Copy link. Oh, this is so good, you guys.
I need to get a water.
Okay, you get a water. I'm going to talk about the next thing on my list because I've actually got my list right here. Wildstar also. It's a bad week for MMOs. Broken MMO week. Hashtag broken MMO week. God, everyone must hate my hashtags by now. So Wildstar was meant to be this sort of like more action-based like MMO. I don't know if you've seen anything about it.
Wildstar.
Nope. Yeah, it's like a sci-fi MMO. I don't know. It was a big deal for a little while there. People were like getting hype and stuff. And oh my god, the other one is like the most broken game of all. I've got 3. But yeah, Wildstar had this glitch in the economy that had something to do with gardening or farming in the MMO. So you could grow an exponential amount of like plants and then sell them. Anyway, the point is people were turning it over and getting way more money back out of the economy, and they were completely destroying the economy of Wildstar by just inflation, essentially, like real world inflation.
And is it a game like where you've got to put your own funds into it to purchase stuff? Or?
Well, yeah, there is those options and things like that. Yeah, it was Lightning Strike that wrecked his whole, that was just back on Jerry's thing. We say Twitter's better, but then we're like, we miss it a little. Yeah, I'm on it now. Just because I was only 3 minutes. Anyway, sorry. I'm so bad at multitasking this morning. Wildstar exploit. Heaps of people are off it because it's a paid subscription game and all that. So like, there's all these people that are essentially now dirt poor in the community, and then all these exploiters who are like rich as rich can be.
Like $500 to buy a loaf of bread, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think that's sort of where it's getting. Like the auction house on that game right now is just ridiculous. So they fixed the exploit. They said, well, we're not going to ban everyone that was abusing it because, like, you know,
then everyone would be gone.
Yeah, exactly. There'd be a bunch of missing, like the whole chunk of that community's gone. And like, if you heard about that and you were playing WildStar, you'd be like, well, I want unlimited money. So yeah, I think you know, it was pretty innocent sort of a reaction for everyone to get on that. It was the same with Destiny. Destiny had there was a loot cave that everyone was just hanging out at, and no one was really playing the game because you could just get the best loot in this cave if you hung out there long enough or something. And so it's just like, I think it's nature of gamers at this point.
Everyone wants to exploit it. And then they find something that's cool to exploit, you just do it.
Exactly. Like, I'd try it if some like, I mean, I might not abuse it, or I might not spend all of my time farming it, but you know, like, I'd definitely try it. And if I got banned for that, I'd be like, well, that sucks. Getting banned. It's chatterer. Jazzcat, I think, was playing WildStar. Like, he's the only person I knew that was playing, so I don't know that it was making its mainstream goals anyway. So whatever. All right. So, and here's the big one. I think we're both going to be interested in this. Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom?
Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom? Sonic Boom?
Does ring a bell.
No? Okay. Well, that's the new cartoon show / 3DS / Wii U / I imagine Xbox and PlayStation
It's
game.
like a Sonic that has a decent storyline, is it meant to be?
It's meant to be. Well, like, yeah, they completely revamped the storyline and stuff, and like Knuckles is like jacked now, and he's this huge dude, and like, okay, so let me tell you the story of Sonic Boom, right? I was watching the cartoon because the cartoon's like got like 4 episodes
out. Sonic
out.
episode? Oh, it's not the old school Sonic.
No, it's nothing to do with the old one. Well, I mean, he may as well. They've all got like scarves now, and they've got more like defining features. Yeah, it's basically like hipster Sonic, but like, I liked what they did because they like really diversified who they were. Like Knuckles doesn't look exactly the same as Sonic anymore. He's like he's like buff, and it looks kind of weird. And they've all got like sports tape all over them and stuff, and like, I don't know, you got to see it. It's weird, but but like I was interested, and I checked it out, and it's like the writing's funny enough, I guess. It's like 11-minute episodes and stuff like that. Yeah. And I was keen enough from like and getting a Sonic cartoon because like Sonic's a good enough character to do that with. But yeah, so I was watching it, and it's super funny in the cartoon. They're like friends with Eggman. He's not like their enemy. Yeah, well, like he's always trying to destroy them, but he's a freaking uncle. He's like an idiot though. He's a crazy uncle that is often trying to kill them. Like he'll be like, I don't know. There's an episode where he shows up and he's like, my evil like island lair has been destroyed. Can I crash on your couch for a few weeks? And they're like,
so it's like Looney Tunes.
Yeah, it's like the new Looney Tunes. Yeah. All the villains live in the same neighborhood. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I mean, I imagine there's gonna be a big villain show up soonish. Yeah. But like right now, when they're dealing with Eggman, he's like, he'll show up and he'll be like, feel the wrath of Burnbot, and then it'll be like Burnbot. So he's got like flamethrower or something, and he's like, what? No, like, I just called him Burnbot. He's got claws. And like, and then Sonic will be like, why didn't you just like, what the fuck? And then he's just like, I named the robots around here. Get him, Burnbot. And then like, it'll just chase him around with claws for a while. I don't know. It's fun. Like, it's a good show. Anyway, so then I go and watch some gameplay of Sonic Boom the game. That game has like half an hour of work in it. And then they just stopped. It's glitchy. It's not finished.
It's Sonic games. That's
that's it. All Sonic games that have come out recently seem to be unprepared messes. Yeah. You know, like I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to quantify it. It's just like, because when I think about it now, it's like, well, every 3D Sonic has been pretty bad.
Most 3D Sonic I've played, and I've been like, I want to keep playing this and finish it. I've sort of been like,
2 I like Battle Adventure 2. I haven't played Battle Adventure 1, but I like Battle Adventure 2. They're like on the GameCube. I think they're just called Adventure, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Yeah. But they re-released the second one on the GameCube, and it came out as Battle 2 or whatever. I liked that game a lot, actually. Like it has like this whole chow breeding system. It's kind of like Pokemon. You can make these little competitive, little I don't know, like demon baby things. I don't know. Chow breeding was really fun. Like all of the levels felt pretty good. Like about keeping the speed up, but not losing. I don't know. Like it's all right. I get that people don't like any of the 3D ones, but I think if you want to look at examples of like good 3D ones, it's that and Generations.
Yeah,
those are the two that came out that are like pretty good. But other than that, yeah, it's really pretty bleak for Sonic.
Another broken game.
But this one's like broken. Like Sonic 06, the last one to come out that was broken. Was like, I don't know. It was bad, but like this one is like non-functioning as far as I can tell, and like and it's got these like long stretched out puzzle segments that just aren't they're not fast. The frame rate drops whenever you get into a speedrunning segment. The frame rate drops to like 10.
Really?
Yeah.
So it just goes real loud.
It goes real like jumpy, just like when you're like riding through the loops and going through all the crazy scenery.
Oh, who knows?
How did they mess that up?
Why did they do that?
Why would you even release it?
I thought that was gonna be like the saving grace for Sonic too. I was watching like trailers that they had for it, and I was like, it looks like a Sonic game I'll actually want to play.
Me too, man. As soon as when I saw the character redesigns and stuff, I was like, yeah, and they care about it. And then I saw the gameplay and I was like, no, they don't care about it.
Now it's just like a movie, video game sort of deal, like the Ice Age.
The cartoon show's like
the
better.
Ice Age game.
No.
It's like, it's weird. I think there's a part in it where you got to do figure dancing in the sky as Scrat or Sid the Sloth.
Great. That sounds
like that was the selling point they used. And like now you can do these combos, and it's like Scrat flying through the air. And you gotta like press buttons,
DDR it,
yeah,
and stuff. That's pretty hilarious. No, I never played that.
Yeah. But like it feels like Sonic's just
they're jumping the shark.
Trying to, yeah, exactly.
It's like, I don't know. I really trusted them.
A TV show. Let's just make it a game as well.
That's it. It felt like it was a TV show first, and they were like, "Oh, look at these cool redesigns." Kind of like how they were doing the Ninja Turtles, and they look different now. And like, and like I was appreciating that, but then it was just, holy crap! What did they do? And like, I can't even imagine because the 3DS one is a different game again. Like, if that one was rushed on the HD consoles, what's the handheld gonna look like? It's gonna be ridiculous.
Just like the graphics deteriorate, and it's just like
it's just 8-bit.
No, it's not even that. It's like the character models just fall off the bone. And it's just like
the wireframe. Yeah,
the wireframe.
All of their skin like too liquefied and just. Oh my god! Someone do that. If you can mod that and turn their like skin,
then everyone would play it.
I'd play it. Man,
faster skin falls off.
So far, yeah, it just starts. It's got a certain amount of tension, and then just starts ripping off as you run. Every time there's like a frame dropped, it's like another chunk of you like gets clipped off. Have you seen that? There's a video out there. It's like Sonic Generations modded so that it's like just like a fucking real life hedgehog. No. They just swap the model out with the model of an actual hedgehog. It's really cute. It's just like this little hedgehog running along this crazy like paths and stuff. It's like doing home attacks and stuff. It's adorable. Google Real Hedgehog Sonic Generations. That probably might get you somewhere. Hey, oh thank you, Konami Master, taking care of us and liking our RetroCast, sharing it out. Making it so that I can retweet it insanely easily. Konami has been really cool. I've been in some streams with him and stuff. We've been hanging out in the Desireen's Binding of Isaac. There's an example of something really interesting. The Binding of Isaac re-release. It is blown up. Everyone is playing Binding of Isaac that I know.
I did see it, and I was pretty interested in it.
I want to play it, but I don't. I mean, maybe we should play it today. Maybe that's how we'll get into it. But because we're gonna play some stuff after this, we're thinking we can even stream it. I want to test streaming as well. Anyway, we'll look at that. Not the point. I set up streaming with Chris last night. It was hell on earth. If he was here, I probably wouldn't have said that. Don't listen to our podcast, Chris. Please.
Oh, Chris.
Shit. You suck. No, it was fine. It was just like a matter of setting everything up. Except it was just the only thing that got me is that when I did it, it was like 2 buttons. And then for him, it was like this whole thing. And I was like, why? Like, why? I don't understand what the difference was. Anyway, No other point. Maybe it's just, I think it's just because I literally went to film school, and then that's my like. I'm just like blah 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 blah, and then like I'm like, why is everyone so stupid? I have a college degree then, or whatever. Anyway, Sonic Boom, Binding of Isaac came out, fantastic, fixed all of the issues with like how that game worked, because it was running the Flash engine before, and they recoded it all, so that's really cool. That's some news too. Sonic Boom, not as good as Binding of Isaac. Binding of Isaac costs $15. Sonic Boom costs like $70 to $80. What's wrong with the game industry? You tell me! I know, there's no chat on the stream, dude. I'm so sorry, Kuno. Yeah, we're sort of like saying tweet at us, and I'm really sorry about that, guys. We don't...
Like I just falling apart. Really.
No, because you know what sucks as well? I actually did a test stream last night and like went through all of the settings to look for like make sure chat was on and stuff. There's like nothing in there about chat. So like the fact that it's not like I don't know.
It is.
Are we looking in the wrong place?
Apart and it's actually like coincides perfectly.
As far as I can tell, that's the situation. Yeah, so super sorry about chat, guys. You can tweet at us all that you would like to tweet at us. We're not going to say no to that. I'm trying to check it even now, and it's not like going to show up for me probably. Ha! Cool. Anyway, okay. So other news that happened in the week. Have you got anything that you want to mention before I continue to ramble?
No.
You didn't bring a list?
No.
New Final Fantasy 15 trailer came out.
Oh, really?
If we want to talk about this caught my eye purely because like we're called Retroverse. 15th game in a series is coming out, and there's other ones that aren't named in the main series. So that's like, how many Final Fantasies are we at now? Probably like upwards, like 30 upwards, like
crazy.
Probably more than that. But yeah, this one. Hey, thanks, Kino Master. He said no problem.
Cool.
I'm glad that we could work it that way. Anyway, 15. I don't know. They released a walkthrough video. It wasn't like I'm actually like stealing this word for word from the report I saw it in now that I'm saying it like this, but like it wasn't a walkthrough. It was like they literally strolled through the scenery of the game in the game, like jogged around and stuff, and then but they called it like this walkthrough, but there was no one saying like, oh, so in the game you can do this and you can do that, like kind of thing. It was way more like
an expose.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I guess it showed it, right? Like it was just like I don't know.
Does it
like,
look good?
It's beautiful. Like that's the thing. Final Fantasy always looks beautiful, but like, did you play the last one?
No.
The lightning ones? Yeah.
I played a little bit of it.
I played through about half of the game, and I got up to where it finally starts saying like, "Hey, go wherever you want now," and then I was like, even going wherever I want is useless to me at this point. Like I don't know. I'm sorry to anyone that likes the new Final Fantasy stuff, but I am not.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna borrow it, and I'm gonna play it and see how I go. I mean, because it did look really good when it was being announced, like the Final Fantasy of Lightning.
I mean, yeah, they always look beautiful, like beautiful. But yeah, and we didn't get your tweet about temperature. Desiree tweeted at us about temperature, and we weren't tagged in it, so I'm sorry we missed that. But 40 degrees is 104 Fahrenheit.
Oh, so it's not 200?
Yeah, it's not 200. It's not even 130 like I might have thought. The conversion involves, oh my god.
Oh no.
Times 5 x 5 divided by 9 and plus minus 32. I'm glad. Go to Desiree's Twitter. You can read it yourself. I'm favoriting it right now. Yeah. Canadians melting that temperature. I bet, dude. I bet. That's intense. But yeah, Final Fantasy
it gets hotter here as well.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be... They're saying it's going to get to like 44 this summer.
It's going to be crazy. It's only spring at the moment.
I know. It's the start of spring, and it's like... It just didn't wait. I thought I was like, okay, it's going to be a transition like every couple of weeks.
Already again now.
I know, the sun just came out. I'm still wearing jeans like a dingleberry. I'm going to fix our headroom so we can lean Hey guys.
We need to
Hey.
lean, otherwise we'll just
I know,
collapse.
the sun just started coming in the window and I was like, nope, bye. Milk was a bad choice. Yeah, I think it could be a Google Plus setting. I'm not sure what the heck's going on. I've kind of wanted to move this to Twitch even because Twitch has a really solid service, and now that I can stream easily, that might be a thing for us.
And then just like bounce it from Twitch and then.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's quick. It's quick and dirty. And like, I don't know. We talk about video games, so like, tell us if you think it'd be good on Twitch. We could play like a little game in the corner while we were talking and stuff,
it'd be fun.
Which would be fine for us, I think.
Might be idle for.
Yeah, like we might forget it's there a couple of times, but we could, if it was if the problem with us being on Twitch was there wasn't gameplay, we could include gameplay.
Yeah.
I guess it's from G+, not for sure. Yeah, guys, I don't even know. It's super weird. Thanks for being with us though and sticking it out, even though our chat's not right there. I get how that could be annoying, Totally. Love you guys. We have a quick Desert comment. I haven't really played much Final Fantasy since around Final Fantasy. Oh god, Roman numerals. 8. That's an 8. Also. It's been a long time. Hashtag RetroCast.
Awesome.
Good job, Desert. This guy, he's like best friends. Next time it's a Twitch. Yeah. Okay. Well, Canoe Master's into that. Cool. Well, next time we will try for Twitch.
Yeah.
So next week. Well, it's gonna be harder to include Chris in that. So, yeah. Well, okay. Chris, not in next week. Twitch next week.
Can we like Skype him and he can just have his voice up?
I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I could probably even share an amount of the screen, like, and cut his window out on Skype. Like, we could do it. It's just gonna be a whole thing.
Yeah.
I know how to set up a scene to do Skype streaming. So anyway, another point, guys. Look, that's sweet. Final Fantasy VIII is a really interesting point you make, Desiree, because we've played it. Yeah. Okay. So would you say it's your favorite? Have we talked about this?
My disc was scratched, so I got to the end of the first disc. Like I think the city starts to like come up out of the ground and starts to shift, and all this crazy stuff starts happening. Then you put the second disc in, and because it was the game where you had to like swap the discs.
Yeah.
And I put the second disc in. It like starts up with the opening cutscene to that disc, and then it froze halfway through it.
Oh no.
Oh my god, don't do this to me.
Yeah, I know.
I was so invested in it at that stage, and I was really excited to see how it turned out. But so Final Fantasy VIII, I never really got through the whole
one
thing.
that got
away. I do want to
away.
go back to it.
We could play through that. Because I haven't played through 8. If we had Pez, he could get us through it really quickly because he knows his way around it. And all I want is the story, so we should tell Pez to live stream Final Fantasy games.
Yeah.
Pez! Hey! He's not awake.
I think Final Fantasy X was the Final Fantasy I played after that.
We have talked about this, I think. Because 9 was my jam. I'm a big 9 man.
I was really into the story of Final Fantasy X as well.
It's pretty good.
Like the whole thing about sin and
that's right, and the
crazy fish and all, like the crazy cutscenes that happen.
I'm remembering some of them now because
Yeah.
I have seen parts of that game.
Yeah.
I love that the second game was like
the end
costume quest.
Yeah.
Whatever. Have you played the second one?
The one with like all the girls from Final Fantasy X. That's like Yuna.
Yeah, and like they change battle stats or like their classes change based on their outfits, and they're all like pop star outfits, like K-pop stuff.
It is.
It looks hilarious. I think that's a fun mechanic. I think that's pretty cool.
I think I did play a little bit of it, but I don't think I've played all the way through it.
I'll say this. I say this time and time again, probably, but it's like if the gameplay supports the game and it's not getting in the way, then like whatever. There is fan service stuff, so I'm not going to pretend like that doesn't exist in that game. Like there's from my understanding, there's a lot of like in cinematics, there's a lot of like butt shots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, but the costume mechanic I didn't think in itself was like bad or sexist or anything. It was just like I thought it was like a fun,
just
funny idea.
Way to do it.
Well, yeah, you can imagine if they had some like really like a strong cast of male characters that could do that. And it's like if they did it really for like the Western society or whatever, it's like, I'm wearing a different suit, new tie, and it's like, I don't know. I'd love them to change and be like crazy Johnny Depp outfits and shit. Like, why not? I don't know. Retroverse. Desiree says, I'm trying for the title of nicest guy in the world. How am I doing? Very well. Also, I keep hearing I should try Final Fantasy 9. Hashtag RetroCast. You should. It's good. Final Fantasy 9. Have you played it?
I don't remember.
I've got it. Maybe we... See, we gotta... Like, the problem with RPGs is that they take 60 hours, right? Like, we really need to be able to dedicate time to that.
And we finish it.
That's it. Like, I don't think the channel has the stability to finish an RPG at this point, guys.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that for reals, unless like one of us did it by ourselves and we were just getting invested in it. I think it's
hard to do commentary for.
Yeah, that too. Well, we'd just be reading the whole time and just be like, oh, and then like there'd be these long stretches of us failing at grinding and having fights and stuff, and then we'd be talking in that period. I don't know. I'd like to do RPGs because I think they make fun videos and they've got a lot of story to bounce off and stuff. But I don't think we have the time. Maybe a short RPG. What's a nice short RPG?
I don't know.
Yeah, good point.
We got Bomberman happening.
Bomberman! Is everyone loving Bomberman? I'm loving Bomberman. I rented out the rest of our episodes that we recorded already last night and stuff. So that was fun. Just editing it all and just going through it again. That game is weird. Like, I didn't realize until we put it out, and then people were commenting on it, and they were like, "This game's fucking bizarre," and I'm like,
so weird.
And I'm like sitting there like, "No, it's just Bomberman." And I'm like, looking at it, and I'm just like, "Oh shit,
Bomberman. This is crazy, Bomberman."
Oh shit, we're weird. Time traveling cavemen.
It works though. It all connects.
I think it's fine. Like, I don't think it's bad weird. I think it's just
the storyline pieces together.
I totally get, like, if you didn't know what Bomberman was though, then you came in and you're like, the fuck is this? Like a puzzle game? Is it like an action game? Like, what are they fighting? Giant inflated triceratopses? Well, all right.
That's the best element ever.
I think it's my favorite.
Perfected Bomberman.
They perfected. And then they did 5, and the Nintendo 64 ones, they just kept going. Yeah. They never brought back rideable creatures. Actually, Bomberman Generations on GameCube, it's pretty good. It's a pretty fun game.
I haven't played it.
I don't know. I remember getting it and being like, I remember my parents even saying to me when I was like, wanted to get it, because I was like 13 or 15, somewhere in that area. And I was like, I fucking love Bomberman. And they were like, what? Bomberman's, you can't have fun with Bomberman forever. Like, you just get over it real quick. And I was like, I finished the storyline. I played, like, battle mode with friends and by myself. Like, I love the crap out of Bomberman. It's, like, the best franchise. And where's my Bomberman in Smash Bros? Hey!
Why did that happen?
I have no idea, dude.
Because you can only throw bombs? Is that what they're scared of?
I don't... Like, no, I guess. I have heard that argument. I mean, we talked about this before too. Okay. I'm passionate about this because
I think he'd have more than that going for him. They could, like,
but you could have each type of bomb for one. Spike bombs, time bombs. Like, you have all these different little setups.
Proxy bomb.
Yeah, exactly.
Proximity bomb sort of thing.
Exactly. You've got, like, and then, like, that's how he has played. He's played as like a trapper.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like, his special would be like slowly, like, it just starts, the course starts getting bricks going around.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Smaller, and then everyone's like fighting his time.
Yeah, and if you get hit by a brick, you get KO'd. Exactly. That would be amazing. It's just like, hurry up!
Oh god, no! Oh god,
that would be the best.
So good.
Holy crap!
And then all Bomberman, he's like impervious to his own bomb, so all he has to do really is wait till the bricks go in and just lay a bomb in the middle. And
exactly. You've got it's a herding mechanic. See, the Bomberman we're designing works really well. Yeah. It's good. It's a good character. I don't know.
It might be a little bit overpowered, but
I don't know if that's like. No, because you balance it out. Like, it wouldn't KO them naturally. Like, maybe if they're at 75%, it would KO them. But I don't know. I think that's a great idea for a character. Each one of his, like, special moves, like, each one of his B attacks is a different kind of bomb.
And maybe, like,
and then he's got some just...
They bring the Triceratops in as his save when he's falling down. He just jumps on Triceratops.
I was just thinking he like blows himself up and like goes up. But yeah, I mean, yeah, but that's obvious, right? Like I much prefer like a weird reference to Bomberman.
Yeah.
Because like Mega Man,
Like
Duck Hunt Dog's like that. Duck Hunt Dog is like a reference to a Lycan game, so why can't we have Bomberman referencing all
and Rob
forgotten?
Was really obscure as well.
Yeah, Rob came out of nowhere, and everyone was like,
everyone had to research.
I had to Google it.
What the fuck is Rob?
What the hell is that? Some kind of weird accessory?
And then they sort of like added the obscurity. Like not everyone knows about Excite bikes as well. So when they added like the little bikes that were going, everyone's
that's
like,
some good news that I got to talk about. But yeah, no, that's true. I mean, and it was out on 3DS and stuff. So it's kind of like they know these old properties exist. Yeah. I swear it's a problem with Hudson or something, like the actual company.
Hudson.
I know. I had to rewatch that a few times. I was like, what are they fucking?
What do they even say?
I didn't know then. I don't know now. Okay, we are getting some great stuff. Desiree is also I'm loving the Bobman. So that's really good of him to say that. That's relevant to what's going on right now. But oh, he never knew that specific one existed. Is what his comment was.
The one we were playing.
Yeah, the one. Yeah,
I didn't know.
Well, it's Japanese only. I did the research afterwards, and this was my inkling. But 4 and 5 apparently Japanese only. But Australian Super Nintendo systems and stuff play all regions or something. So,
yeah.
I don't know. There's something different about it because it's a Famicom versus Super Nintendo thing, and we essentially got relabeled Famicons. I don't even know. Like that's some weird Super Nintendo history that I don't know too well. I hope I'm right. I looked it up for the BioShock creator when I said like I hope I got his name right.
What?
Nailed it.
Warren Scrivenson.
It's Ken Levine. I was right. Cool. I was so happy. I was like, yes. Anyway, but there's some comments on the RPG stuff. Child of Light is a short RPG. Have you seen anything of that?
No.
There's some people in the community that are playing it and stuff like that. I'm trying to remember specifically who I saw playing it. I feel like it was Ginger Red. And hopefully, one of you guys is probably going to tell me in a second if it was Ginger Red anyway, because she deserves a shout out for it, and she deserves your views if you're watching this. And you don't know who Ginger Red is, but you probably do, because I think everyone that knows everyone in the community knows us. It's the only way they find us. Australians? Well, because our analytics don't work like everyone's, because there's not enough Australian audience for gaming and stuff, so our stuff doesn't get naturally promoted as easily.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some weird amount of weirdness that's keeping us in the weird zone. I've been thinking about it a lot lately, guys. I'm sorry. With climbing subscribers, I was thinking about it. I'm getting more into it. I'm getting more serious about taking our branding and everything seriously. I don't know. That's a good thing, right? But he says, I will more than likely never do a full Let's Play of a JRPG again. I have one on my channel that's 85 episodes long. Go check out Desiree's 85-episode JRPG playthrough. I get that, man. Like, that's what I think that's what we're saying. Like, yeah, if it gets up to 85 episodes, and they're probably going to be like half an hour each or something. If it's an RPG, like, probably not good for us. We will check out Child of Light.
Like 4 years to get through it, I'd say.
That's it. Like, and it would be like in weird blocks. Like you get like 5 episodes in like under a week sometimes, and then like sometimes it'd be like 6 months in between episodes. Like,
I mean, the best bet would be to play through it, like, then cut it all together. And
yeah, I mean that's it, right? Yeah. Like, I mean, yeah, and then that's like a whole time-consuming thing. I tell you what, if we were generating the income that we had, like, if I could dedicate the day a week to say, like, this is what I'm doing. I'm earning the money. I'm doing this for the day. Like, yeah, that might be a really good way to do it. Like, if we had recordings of, like, something longer and then actually just put that time into editing that stuff. Because it really is about weighing up the pros and cons of spending. I keep opening my coffee and not having any. So I just like the smell. Yeah, it's like I smell it and I'm like, nope.
Don't want it. Saving that one for that.
Desiree wants to know, does Nintendo actually own the rights to Bomberman for something like Smash Brothers? See, that's what I'm thinking. I really think
probably
they
not, because Bomberman is on iOS as well. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Is it?
Bomberman, I think it is on iOS now. I think the last system I saw of Bomberman coming out on was like Xbox or something, I thought. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like I saw something like that in the past. it was like they were trying to jump ship to a different console, which is weird because if they had stuck with Nintendo and they just kept bringing out games to this point, they'd probably have like still have a fan base and still have like games coming out.
Yeah,
I feel like trying to jump ship from Nintendo because Nintendo keeps releasing their franchises. Like they stay true to their things and their like their IPs.
Yeah.
So yeah, for them to be like bye, it's kind of weird. Like I don't know, maybe Nintendo said, you know, we don't have the money for Bomberman anymore. No one likes Bomberman. We don't want to blow things up. Also, just a quick shout out to, we don't have lower thirds. So I think we're just in the we're in the jungle at this point.
Yeah. We
could have lower thirds that would work really well on Twitch on the OBS stream. So that's another point to Twitch. He has also said Konami Master has played Child of Light. Amy Face Gaming, who is a lovely channel. She's a really cool chick. Go check out Amy Face Gaming. I still feel weird saying that every time. Amy Face Gaming. I just think I'm getting it wrong. She's making a series too. Go check that out. That'll be great. Go support the community. Everyone's a cool guy. Amy Face Gaming's favorited and retweeted. I don't think she showed up. She's cool about just talking to us though. I'm enjoying chat today because I don't think we're in the heat, man.
It just gets to you.
I'm gonna start. Should we start saying Fahrenheit just because people will understand that more?
Celsius.
Yeah, can we just make up our own
hybrid one?
Too hot.
Too hot.
Too hot. Celsius. Too hot and Celsius.
What should we move on to? Have we done news? News is this?
Oh my god, this is something I wanted to mention as well. Because Desiree did mention this earlier in the week and he just tweeted it out again. The original Bomberman was on the TurboGrafx 16. If you ever played a TurboGrafx? It's an Atari console. Correct me if I'm wrong, Desiree, but I think it's an Atari console, like one of the original Atari ones. And like I've seen it. I haven't played it yet, so maybe we should just check that out as like a little, just to compare.
TurboGrafx.
That's gonna be a weird one for us to work out. I would love to look at it though and check it out because it's really I'm really into old games. I'm into it's like before the NES, I think.
Is it like Ultima graphics? Ultima 1 style Bomberman?
I'm just like I hope so. It's like a sweet techno song. Are you gonna start an acapella techno band?
Yeah.
See you guys. A check from SoundCloud just came in for $2 million. Hey. All right. Hey, now you're an all-star. No, that's a really good. Thanks for mentioning that. Also, just a quick shout out. I'm sorry if I haven't answered comments in a couple of days. I haven't been on YouTube in a couple of days. I've been really Twitter focused and just trying to. The heat. I'm gonna say it again. I just keep complaining.
Too hot Celsius.
Hot cast. Too hot. Hot cast.
Hashtag hot cast.
Hashtag hot. Oh man.
No.
You want to talk? You want to get some? Oh shit, my scoop neck. Hey, Ken. Hey. Remember that? That was like our first podcast. I wish I had like
It was the cat that attacked my shirt and I ripped it down all the way down here.
I wish that we had like a highlight button where we could go into flashbacks and it plays like I will remember you. And then it's like just you getting the scoop neck and it's like
no scoop neck for Ken.
Me offending everyone. No scoop neck for hashtag no scoop neck for Ken. Hashtag
make it as high as possible.
Give the audience what they want. Just want to see a little chest. That's the only reason. Okay, our viewers are going to leave.
Okay.
The rest of it's just us.
It's the hate already. Oh my god.
Can you imagine?
I'm sweating in places I didn't know I could sweat. I'm sweating on my calf.
That's disgusting. Yeah, can you imagine in like a few weeks when we're just doing this in our underpants and our views skyrocket?
It would. I might even just chuck this cup of water on my head.
Oh man, my poor carpet. Can we organize to do this at a beach somehow? That'd be really cool. Do the sound would be
Turn
terrible.
our backs to the waves.
Yeah, just
set up a little table.
We've got this like HD condenser mics that are just like all you can hear is waves and just us
And
like
wind.
lying there. Okay.
Yelling out hashtag Hotcast every now and then.
Hashtag Beachcast. Okay. Apparently it was made by NEC and Hudson Soft. Oh, thank you for tagging us the Wikipedia for the TurboGrafx. And we're gonna history with RetroCast. Blah 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 blah.
Blip, 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 blip.
Yeah, do you ever just want to make little breaks in the podcast? Because I was listening to yours and I was like, oh man, I could do that when we're actually doing it. Like,
Next segment.
next segment.
Is that a brontosaurus?
Yeah. I gotta do my pinball cutaway. I do have one other thing to talk about actually that happened this week. I'm not sure if anyone has a Wii U besides me. I think I'm the only one. Oh yeah, you did. The new DLC for Mario Kart. I got it. I downloaded it. I played as Link. I looked at Tanuki Suit Mario and I was like, why are you a different character from regular Mario? Shouldn't you just be a skin select? That would make a lot more sense, but apparently he's got like a different weight class to Mario, so you put that Tanuki suit on and it gets a bit weird. I talk about the specifics of it because like I'm competitive Mario Kart guys. Way into it. If you have a Wii U, someone as well. Oh, I did. If you're watching right now, maybe. He's I'm not sure much of DLC's dad. He's the reason I bought the DLC as well. I was like, holy mother, Jim Jams. Yeah, I'm into that. He was playing with his dad actually as well. It's a holiday time. I can do a video with my dad, my paps. But I don't think he'd like that because they're probably not going to be as good as computers and stuff because that game's hard. The game's really hard. Like I don't know. I think he'd want to win. Anyway. I do want to burst the guy that I'm desperately trying to find him in my lists so that I can tell you exactly who he is. Not going to stop talking. No, I'll stop. But
Are we past names? So
I mean, more or less, I'm just sort of saying. I'm just saying I got the DLC. It's good. It's really good. It's good.
I haven't played it. I haven't played Mario Kart 8.
Maybe we should pack a little race in at some point today if we can. Because it's fun. It's really good. It's like it's a good Mario Kart. The fact that there's DLC with like new tracks, because I got 8 new tracks in this DLC, and that was like
that's generous.
It was heaps. Yeah, I was like for like $10 or whatever. I was just 3 characters and like 8 tracks. I was like, all right, thank you. There's one that's the Hyrule track. It's based on like Hyrule Town Square. Yeah. And it's got rupees in it, and like they replaced the item sound when you're getting an item with like basically the chest sound from Zelda and stuff, which is crazy cool. I wish
did they have
they
re-released some of the older tracks as well, didn't they?
Yeah, there's stuff from Double Dash in there. That's the stuff I remember because I played more Double Dash than anything.
Mine was 64.
Yeah. I think there's some. I think there's at least one 64 track in there.
Was there a Wario?
There's Wario Gold Mines is in there now.
Don't think that.
Yeah, that's 64. Not. There's like new tracks.
One was like a figure 8 that had a jump in the middle.
Yeah, I don't really.
It was like a dirt.
Oh wow! Yeah. Wario Stadium or something.
Yeah,
I remember that shit. No, I don't think it's in. There's a new Excite Bike theme track I wanted to talk about when you were saying Excite Bike before, which is crazy. It's like because it's 3D. So if you can imagine seeing Excite Bike from the Mario Kart perspective, it's just like that. It's like,
sort of like really well Ralph style. That's what I would imagine it as.
Yeah, kinda. Like it feels a bit like that. It's just this like giant stadium, and there's like all these crazy jumps and stuff, and like it works really well. It's really well done. And I've heard that it's a different track every time, but I don't think so. I don't think it's randomly generated. I think it's the same.
But it has the crazy ramps, you said.
Yeah, it's got insane jumps in it all the time. Like if you can time it right and get your jump, and if your speed's just at the right point, I don't know if in this game you can hit jump as you go over jumps, and it does like a special flare thing that gives you a boost when you land. And if you hit these jumps in the right order, you can just go bam, 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 and like flare off each one of them and just get these crazy boosts out of it.
That was the idea in Excite Bike as well. If you hit them on the right,
there you go,
that's it.
You
You don't have to use your engine on your sci-fi.
Yeah, exactly. So that's like, I think they really captured it, and it's really fun. My problem is that the Hyrule Cup, so it's like the 4 races that end in the Hyrule race. They should have all been Zelda themed, and they should have all had the rupees and the different cosmetic changes.
Because it was more of like a nostalgia cup.
Yeah, because there was like this massive disconnect as soon as you showed up there, because it was like you get to the 4th race and all of a sudden it's like everything's Zelda themed, and it's like, well, wouldn't it have been cooler if this DLC, instead of Tanuki Mario and Catsuit Peach with Link, you had Zelda and Ganon with Link, and then and they're racing too, and they've got their own shit, and then and then there's a whole cup dedicated to locations in Zelda.
Yeah, and then they could do like a DLC for each.
Yeah, see, that would be amazing.
Each brand.
Yeah, exactly. Each brand. The Animal Crossing DLC, where you're like, there's a track that you're tiny and you're racing around Nook Store. Yeah, and there's a pitfall track, and there's an island track that's set on the island, and like there's bugs everywhere and stuff.
Yeah, I reckon
like,
a miniature run around Nook Store would actually be cool. And
that'd
then
be great.
Tommy and Timmy are running around. And
and like
they're bringing in some stock. And
that'd be so fun. Like to be a tiny. Yeah, exactly. That's it. And like, I don't know, just to theme the DLC like that would make a lot of sense in my head. I mean, I get that this is like the first one and they're trialing it. So if you have Mario Kart, I recommend you go buy it to sort of say, hey, do this all the time. Because I think it's a great idea. I think it's a really good way of expanding, especially for Mario Kart. Because if they just keep adding, like, I mean, I don't know, like a couple of different cups every few months, or like even every 6 months, they add like a few new races. Like that's going to keep it going for me. It's going to keep it going for me, definitely. And there's like, I think it'll grow the competitive scene a bit, which I'd really like to get into, because it's actually, as an Australian, the global scene for Mario Kart is something I can actually play because of lag and stuff. Like Nintendo's really good about letting everyone play together. Because like when I joined, there's like there'll be like 3 other Australians in there, I guess, and then like the rest of them will be like Germans, Americans, Canadians, like everyone from all over the place, and everyone can race without. And as far as I can tell, no one's having a bad time, and everyone feels like it's working, so it must be working.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I pre-bought the next one as well, so I'll give you an update on that. I want to start streaming it or like recording it. I'm looking at getting a new capture thing for my birthday that's coming up though, so yeah. Look out for that stuff.
Yeah, some HD stuff.
Yeah, might be some 1080 Mario Kart coming up.
Nice.
Maybe even 60 frames a second. That's why I say new stuff, because like, I mean, looking at it, there's that new 60 frame one. We can host 60 frame a second videos on YouTube for better frame rate stuff. Might be happening. Retroverse might be getting HD 60 frame a second.
Crazy time.
Minish cap. Because I've got that on the virtual console. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you, the Cheese Scroller, for following us on Twitter just then. You can go check that out on YouTube. Cheese Scroller. That's a nice thing we can do.
I don't know, there's some news, like the best ofs that I've been putting up on SoundCloud. So I think I mentioned it before we started recording, but there's another podcast called Absolute Geek Podcast.
Yeah, those guys are cool. Yeah. I said it as well before we started, but I'll say it again. I've been talking to them on Twitter because you have made that connection, and then they showed up on Twitter, and they were like, "Hey," and I was like, "Who are these fine gentlemen?" And I called him. What did I call him? I called him a. I called the guy a set. It was a barrel of nice things to say. And then he was like, more of a lumpy sack. And I was like, maybe we should start a club about being lumpy sacks. So if you want to join the Lumpy Sack Club, it's where a bunch of nice people say nice things about each other and be lumpy sacks. Send me your application to retroverseshow@gmail.com. You can literally send me an email there. I do check it. There's never been an email. But you can. Yeah, I do, Desiree. I have birthdays on the 27th of November. I will be turning the big 2-3, or 5, as I like to say. I don't know. I've been obsessed with that joke since I was little. Since I turned 10, I've been obsessed with adding my age together whenever I turn a new age. I don't know. I don't usually talk about it because it's super strange. I'm like, 10 and 5. Whatever, guys. You too much.
An in-joke you've got of yourself.
It literally is. It's like literally the extent of my existence when it gets to birthday time. Anyway, yeah. It'll be coming up. I'm gonna be playing. I'm gonna be sending out. This is a weird one, actually. I'm gonna have Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. If you play Pokemon and you want to get on to me about this, on my birthday, I will be sending out 4 IV'd. They're not perfect, but they're 4 IV'd. Galvantula. No, not Galvantulas. The Joltix that I've been breeding. Desiree will know about this because I'm gonna name my shiny one after him when I finally hatch it. I think. I imagine I've told you about this because I've been doing it for weeks. But the point is, through breeding, I have literally like over 100 of these Joltics that are all almost perfect. So on the 27th, on my birthday, I'm gonna be sending them out. It's gonna be I'm gonna be one to trading them out into the ether. And if you want one specifically, get on to me. We'll get friend code swapped. And you'll be able to get yourself a nice Joltik. He's a really cool Pokemon. He's good for setups. He's got this Electro Web ability thing. I don't think it's literally. I think it's called something else, but he's got this ability that like throws a web out and lowers their speed stage. I think.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Did I tell you what strategy I made up for it though?
No.
Holy moly! Okay, he comes out. He drops the speed down, right? So anything that comes in, they're getting lowered speed. They're stupid. They're slow. Whatever. Fuck those guys. You switch him out. You put a Tentacruel in, right? This Tentacruel, he's sitting next.
Poison spike.
Yeah, he's got poison spikes, so that's what you start throwing out at that point. He's got good speed, so he can pretty much outspeed anything that he would need to outspeed and get his spikes on the ground. Then here's where this strategy gets fucking insane, and like it's super experimental. I really want to try it. It sounds hilarious to me. So Mega Galele in this new one, you know Galele at all?
No.
Mega Galele is this hectic ball of like ice and rock kind of thing. He's an ice Pokemon that they've given a Mega to for some reason, and you get the Mega if you play through the European or like Canadian, I think, version of the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire demo. And they just give you one, and they give you like a Mega Steelix if you're from Japan or America or something. So I'm like, well, I wanted a Steelix. That would have been amazing. Mega Steelix looks cool as hell. And then they're like, have this Frost Ball. And I was like, well, whatever. I looked at him. He's got Refrigerate, right? Refrigerate is the ability that turns normal moves into Ice-type moves. So he gets Stab on them. He gets like the extra power on them because he's an Ice-type Pokemon. Explosion is a normal type move that does 250 base damage. That's more than double of like any of the strongest moves in competitive right now. Yeah. And it hits everything on the field, right? So if you send him out there with a sacrificial guy, then it's just gonna, and then you're fine. You're planned for that, and it takes out half the field for you. So the plan is, oh, by the way, if you work it out, as a stab, the stab explosion damage with like ice damage, and if they're weak to ice as well, it hits to like something like 700 power or something. It's like 7 times any attack to everything on the field. So anyway, the plan is you send out Galvantula, you send out Tentacruel. Tentacruel sits out there to get blown up. You throw out Toxic Spikes, you blow up the entire field, and they're probably going to have their big guys out at this point. So and Galele's tough, like he's a pretty chunky guy. So as long as you can keep him on the field, he's there. You blow up the entire field, right? And then, so Tentacruel's probably dead by now. He swaps in. The 2 Pokemon he has left are poisoned at this point. You send in the next guy, who's going to be the Galvantula again. And I'm thinking someone with Venoshock, because Venoshock does double damage to poison targets. So then you just come in with these 2 speedy dudes at the end and just like sweep away the last 2 guys. I think it's just going to be really surprising, and people aren't going to see it coming because no one uses Explosion competitively.
Yeah, crazy.
Well, can you imagine if you had like your setup guys out there or your like sweepers out there, and then all of a sudden they just blow up, and you're like, well, what do half my team what? And like you're ready for it. So like I don't know. I think it's going to be a really cool idea.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
Sorry to rant. I'm really excited for Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Hit me up on 3DS if you want to get your hands on a lovely, tasty little Joltik to try that strategy out for yourself. It's probably not going to work. None of my strategies ever do. I did my birthday this month too. Whoa! Kinamaster, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Thanks a lot for mentioning. That's really sweet. Actually, holy crap! I might have a present for you, Kinamaster. Actually, Hit me up after this. I'll send you a message. We should talk. Nothing. Continue.
Move on to.
Oh yeah, and sorry to everyone in America who wants Smash Bros and Pokemon because they're coming out on the same day over there.
Really?
Yeah, bummer guys. Sorry. Smash Bros on Wii U and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire same day, and I could imagine there's a lot of people that want to play both.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
And that's a lot of money to go out on one day. Anyway, sorry guys. Just I knew that was an issue. Just throwing that out there. You got something?
Are we gonna talk about the glitch time?
Exploits in games. What the podcast is named after.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Happy birthday. Good job, Desiree. You are the nicest guy. Holy crap. Can we make him a shirt? Desiree, the nicest guy.
Nicest guy award.
Nicest guy. We'll make him one after this. Yeah. So exploits in games is what we were going to talk about today. Kind of appropriate, seeing as I didn't want to bring this up before when I started talking about Sonic Boom. There's an exploit in Sonic Boom that makes a third of the game or something completely passable. So if you pause and jump and pause and jump, pause, jump, pause, jump, you can continually fly as Knuckles in that game.
Really?
Yeah. And so when I saw that and I was like thinking about your question, because Kieran posts a question to us usually, which is really nice of him. He does a good job of it. He's really good questions.
Chris came up with this one really. Well, he sort of inspired it when he said,
Yeah, but he's not here.
He was talking about a glitch run on Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah.
Cool, and that sort of like sparked me to look at the glitch run and figure out like
exploits.
I remember heaps of exploits.
I mean, that's a really good point. Yeah. So the Ocarina of Time. So yeah, speedruns, modern speedruns.
I think
a lot of them
the one
do.
I watched, he said it was like 23 minutes. I watched one that was 18 minutes.
That's the new one. Yeah, I think that was the one they set this year.
And he like.
I know, it's ridiculous.
He didn't know how it was gonna. He pulled it off, and everyone it was live or something.
Yeah.
Everyone's just freaking out.
I think they try to reset those speedruns at the charity event. There's a charity event about speedrunning games every year, and it's Sports Cancer Council or something like that. But yeah, so I think that's the place that it gets reset every single year so far. But yeah, so that's a prime example that Ocarina of Time is one of those games that is so exploitable that you can beat it in 18 minutes, as you say. This Sonic glitch, it has like the fact that you can just fly over levels as Knuckles, has set the current speed run for Sonic Boom at 50 minutes, and it has. I think it's been out for like a week. Like,
and that'll get.
And that was on the guy's like 4th run through. Like, people play games, right? Holy crap. I don't even like. Well, it's like and to get Platinum God in Binding of Isaac, which is like really hard. It took these like, from what I heard, it took these 2 guys playing 24 hours a day, taking shifts in playing the same guy in same game to like race for it. So that's pretty crazy. I don't know. That's like a whole other thing. That's not an exploit.
Yeah,
not an exploit. Take it back.
Just committed.
Yeah, that's it.
Committed gaming.
Well, it's just that whole thing. I think it was the other Monday, the 10th. Usually, I don't care about it. Just to mention, we care, Konami. Fucking love you, man. You handsome devils, you. Happy birthday for the 10th, dude. Yeah. So, did you want to talk about the people that aren't here that chucked into the pile? Or
did Chris mention anything?
I think Chris expected to be here.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, whatever Chris was gonna say.
It'd be so funny if he's been messaging us somewhere and he's like, I don't know why. It says fuck you, Chris, and that's all it says.
Yeah, so Chris didn't really say anything.
He didn't come up with much for the
sure would have had stuff to say.
Yeah, I don't know. Me and Chris, I think Chris is a bit different to our background. We're all really different in our background, actually, so I couldn't predict what Chris would talk about. Probably something on the Sega, am I right? He had one, I didn't have one, so I'm jealous. I think he still has it. He has Power Stone. I love Power Stone. Shout out to Power Stone. We should record some Power Stone if I can get my hands on his machine. Please read me what Pez has to say.
All right,
I think you should do that. You sound
Pez
almost like Pez.
He's got the basic, like, missing no. Everyone knows about missing.
Yeah, I
missing
think
number. Missing
actually that's a
word.
really good thing that we should do in this segment. The obvious one,
Yeah.
like the obvious, everyone knows that kind of thing, just to set the tone of the conversation. So if you're wondering about an exploit and like what we're sort of meaning by an exploit in a game, it's just something that it's a glitch that helps. Helpful glitches, I think, was the
and if
sort
done
of
incorrectly, just like destroy.
yeah. It could potentially fracture your entire game memory or something. Like it, it's something that you're not meant to be able to do, but
it helps, or it's just fun to do. Or
yeah,
you're just
exactly.
bored with the game.
You just
like in a new way.
It's just what you want to do. Yeah. So yeah, just to set it, and a good one is missing no and the item cloning glitch from Red and Blue. If you've played Red and Blue, there's a glitch you can do by like. What do you have to do? You talk to the guy, and then you fly to Cinnabar Island.
Weirdly specific and easy to do.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, and it's easy as well, which is the weird thing. And then essentially what happens is you surf off the coast of Cinnabar Island.
Yeah, exactly, off the west coast.
Off the east coast?
East Coast.
Yeah, don't tell them that's just guys doing it, and they're like, "Why can't I do it?"
No.
You do this chain of events. You surf up and down off the east coast of Cinnabar Island.
And just Pokemon, like random Pokemon over level 100 will appear, like level 31.
Well, not even random Pokemon. They turn into random Pokemon after you catch them. And I know I've learned about this actually recently. I did some research in it. This will be interesting for anyone who doesn't know what Missing No is. Missing No is a reference to missing number.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
And so basically there was 200 Pokemon designed originally, right? But they took out about 150 of them to save them for the next game, kind of thing. So there's all these slots in the Pokemon data that don't have anything in them. And so what you're triggering there is the missing number Pokemon to appear. And that like glitchy pattern that shows up is just like a sprite made out of no sprites.
Yeah.
And
is it different every time, or is it sort of the same?
I'm not sure if it's different every time.
D-shaped.
I mean, it's the same shape every time. I guess it could be a different pattern. That'd be interesting. But yeah, essentially what happens is if you catch a missing no and you put it in the PC, the reason it resets to Rhydon is because that's the first designed Pokemon, or Rhyhorn because that's the first designed Pokemon in the Pokedex. Technically, in the invisible Pokedex, Rhydon's the first one they put in. So the missing number automatically reverts to that. And then you got yourself a Rhydon that can learn 2 water guns and fly and shit. And I don't know. And yeah, they'll be like level 101, level 140 sometimes. Like all these weird things.
Do you reckon it was intentionally done, or is
it's a break in the programming for sure.
You don't think why would it come up with missing number as well? They would have had to.
Because that's a glitch placeholder. Like that's something. So when they were testing the game, if something was broken, there would be like the battle would show up.
Yeah.
And it's to also stop the game from crashing in certain situations. Like it's there to hold that place.
Yeah.
So the game doesn't freak out at any point.
They just need to add a name in. So just got
exactly. And it's it's like missing number, I guess. And it's just weird that you can trigger it to spawn.
It's weird that's how you trigger.
I mean, it's weirdly easy to do, but like in the actual game data, the things that you're triggering are very strange. Like they're kind of obscure. Like the fact that anyone found out about that is the strange thing.
This was I knew about it before I was able to use internet.
Yeah, there was no internet. That's a schoolyard rumor. If you're like new to games in the sense that you're not old enough to remember before the internet,
it just travels.
Which is insane that that's a thing. I don't know what your life's like having the internet all the time. It blows me away. Now I'm thinking about it and I feel old. No, yeah, like you didn't know about it, just traveled, and like you say, it's like it was a rumor that just spread around and
it just managed to get everywhere.
I don't know. Like I'm trying to think about how I even heard about it, and it's like just someone told me.
Just a kid playing blue version.
Yeah, and they'd be like,
you could do
do you want unlimited Master Balls? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I do. You kidding me? Because that was the other thing about the missing no glitch. If you don't know what it is, the 6th item in your inventory would multiply 250 times or something like that. And you do it with rare candies to get level 100 Pokemon easily.
I think one that I sort of figured out on my own, an exploit in that game, was the cloning Pokemon using a PC.
Oh yeah, okay. I never really did it, but
you deposit, I think, then you switch it off while it says do not switch off while it's saving, and then you end up with a Pokemon and whatever item it was holding and in your PC and also in your party. Yeah.
You could just clone like that. That's crazy that you could do that. That was Gold and Silver, I thought. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I stumbled across that myself just
I mean, yeah, that's an easy one to
accident.
Yeah, that's an easy one to accidentally do. Like if your batteries even died or something, I swear.
That's what probably happened.
That's it. Because like it's like, oh, I need extra power to save. Nah, and then you get 2 Pokemon instead.
Yeah,
it's pretty sweet. That's a weird one. So like when saving it, that sort of tells me that the way they're handling their data is it gets. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but it's great. That's a cool. That's a cool one.
It copies.
I did the red Gyarados
creates
that
a
way.
copy and then deletes the previous, and that's why you're not allowed to turn it off because it's creating
exactly.
a copy and it
It saves the PC first or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that's interesting. I did that to clone my red Gyarados in Gold and Silver, as I recall, because I was like, "Whoa, red Gyarados, that's impossible." And then later found out that there was such a thing as shinies. You can actually get those things.
Yeah, crazy.
Well, I just thought it was like it was a legendary essentially, like it was its own thing. But yeah, like I'm happy with that. That's fine.
Also, I mentioned it last episode, I think. Did I?
Maybe.
When we're talking Pokemon TV ads.
Maybe.
And there was the Digimon ad where like, you little monsters.
No, you did. Yeah. I remember you telling me about that.
There was,
as soon as you said you little monsters, I was like, oh yeah.
There was the tab reset glitch cheat.
Yeah, no, you mentioned that a few times, I think,
so
but I don't.
You don't remember using it?
What the fuck is it?
So Pez has used it. So what you
Pez
did
knows.
was you had your little Digimon, which is a little square creature like that. I'm pretty sure it only worked with the square ones. Was it version 4 or version 3 or something?
Yep.
And you got,
No, that's right. Those versions.
When you get
someone sent me a Digimon.
When you get an electronic device, it comes with a tab that you pull out.
I remember that.
Connects the battery to the whatever.
I remember when I got a new one, I had to take that out.
It completes the circuit. So then the Digimon turns on.
Yeah.
And then you've also got a reset button. I think it was on the front near the 3 buttons, where if you got a pin, you could push the reset button and it would reset your Digimon.
Yep.
So there was a thing. If you got a pin, in the reset button, hold the Digimon like so. Got a little bit of plastic that fit perfectly in the tab, and you just went to work on it like
went to work.
If you just you got to
like a sex act.
Yeah, exactly. You got to just nail the Digimon.
You got to make it feel.
What happens is somehow the data just like gets real confused. Yeah. It's like, all right, you've got a Metal Greymon.
Oh,
and
what?
Or you've got, it just picks a random Digimon.
Oh wow!
And gives you that.
See, I've worked for mine.
Yeah,
I've been a monster breeder my whole life.
Sometimes it just did not work. Like you could do it for ages. It was just you had to wait.
Just wouldn't. Okay, what? That's insane,
that was like a schoolyard
dude.
thing that somehow we figured out that we could just exploit Digimon and just hack into them sort of deal.
I feel like no one in my school knew about that. Yeah. I mean, I bet they would have loved it if they did, but no, that wasn't a rumor at mine.
And then I mentioned that there was a kid walking around the playground selling stuff.
Yeah, it was selling tabs.
Yeah, he was selling tabs that he had like put tape over, and also these crazy little spiral barbershop style reset pins. Sort of thing.
Yeah.
He was making like $2 off of a tab and a pin.
That's ridiculous. $2. Yeah. There was a kid at my school.
He was wealthy.
The reason Pokemon cards got banned.
He would walk around with the bum bag. Actually,
he's a businessman.
Yeah, exactly.
He's an entrepreneur. Holy crap. That's hilarious. I remember the reason Pokemon cards got banned was because there was kids that were charging to watch the games. It was like you could show up to watch Pokemon cards, but you had to like pay 50 cents.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to watch the games, and it was like it was super fun though. I did pay 50 cents one time, and then it was like going to see like a battle, and like it was fun. I don't know. It sucked that they were like grifting kids, but like I remember it fondly, and I remember my parents' reaction when I told them. I was like, "Yeah, having like battles and stuff." I was like, "This 5-year-old," and they were like, "Yeah, you got like swindled out of your money. You shouldn't pay that kid." And I was like, "But the Pokemon, the battles."
Okay, so Pez is a pretty devoted Diablo 2 player as well.
Holy shit, is he ever? By the way, sorry, do you want to just do comments quickly, or do you want to get into that? So
that's like a bit of a suspense.
Okay, Pez. Oh man, you know what Pez is like. Desiree says it's too bad the Dreamcast never did the Dreamcast cast. I'm bad at words. Never did take off. Random thought after you brought up Sega. Yeah, Dreamcast's what Chris has, and Chris really likes it. And
that's the console that has a little screen in the controller, is it?
Yeah, you've got a little Tamagotchi for like all the games. Why didn't that take off?
That sounds like
it was like the first, and it was
cool.
like,
and it had discs as well.
Yeah, it had discs. It was 3D before 64, I think, as well. It was doing that stuff. It's my understanding. Like, it was way advanced for what it was, but for some freaking reason.
You reckon? I never heard of it.
I think it's marketing.
I knew like Nintendo, there was ads. PlayStation, there was ads.
I think it was cheaper.
Xbox
Nintendo's
just
cheaper.
Snuck in there. All of a sudden, everyone has Xbox. I'm like, what is this thing?
Yeah, no. I think the thing was that Dreamcast. Yeah, like it was Chris played it. That's the thing. Like, and I think it was the marketing on it, like, for sure. Like, I know I had one in a period, like, going from a garage sale at one point.
Was the
but I just didn't know what it was
about. That weird sexual campaign happening.
There was that, and there was like these weird number ads. I think that was like an Atari ad. Anyway, it does, and also it was kind enough to say, "You ain't old boy. I'm the one that's 30 plus. Lol. Enjoy your youth, guys. Words of wisdom from Uncle Desiree. Lol." Yeah. I'm glad. Yeah.
Almost 24.
I know. No, it's just gonna be worse now. He's gonna shut up. I didn't honestly know that. I try not to like cry about age because I've always had older friends. Like, that's always been the situation for me. I think, like, even in high school and stuff, I was hanging out with people that weren't in high school a lot.
I think naturally people tend to get older as well.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna, but I appreciate that you think that.
Alright, so can I go on to what Pez was doing?
I just wanted to get through this lot. I think I got one more. Apparently, people lost faith in Sega because they were tossing out new consoles too quickly, so to speak. Okay, that's interesting.
I do remember the Game Master.
The game,
Game Gear.
Game Gear, yeah. The handheld one.
My uncle had a Game Gear, and I was playing that for a little bit.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. I like that. Maybe that's the problem. Just stretched too thin. They're trying to make handhelds, and they're trying to make
I don't think it wasn't popular enough.
Yeah,
no one had this. There wasn't a reliability in gaming. People hadn't really built up that.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. It wasn't mainstream enough yet. And there was also this other thing about yeah, it's like Xbox took over Sega's place as the competitor. Right? Yeah, it's like to my understanding, Sega's gear was more expensive as well. So like you could get a Game Boy Pocket with a game for like $100, but the Game Gear had like color screen and things like that, and that drove the price up a bit as well. So I'm not sure. And like, Nintendo's always had a really good attitude towards using like older technology in a new way. So that like the Game Boy was way outdated when it came out, but the fact that they used it so well made it a new thing and made it this interesting thing. But yeah, anyway, you can move on to Pez's thing now.
Right,
that's
so
just
Pez
me.
Is a pretty devoted Diablo 2 player.
He is. He wants to get us onto the private server that's still up.
Yeah, I want to play Diablo 2 again.
Should we all play it together?
Yeah, it'd be
Should
fun.
be the three of us? And just
I did have
smash
it on
through
my
it?
computer.
And then Pez will just run off all of them.
I think it was going through like...
I think I need to buy it again.
I don't think it's for Mac, is it?
Man, you can get it on the Blizzard shop for Mac as well, I think.
Yeah. I had a copy, but it somehow got corrupted and I can't play it.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I don't know. Well, if we can get on it, then we should all play together because that'd be really fun.
Yeah,
I do like Diablo 2.
I'll bring back good old memories of just
I've been trying to buy
Diablo 2.
And I've been trying to buy oh my god, dude, I love the Amazon now.
I know. I was having so much fun until everyone started just going, "You've chosen the fail zone." I was like, "It's working though. How is it failing?"
Because it's the Amazon and she's stupid.
I'm laying all these crazy traps and nothing's coming near me. I'm just a little bit squishy.
Fail zone. Now I remember why I hate Amazons. I think my sorceress is more of a failuress. No, because if you remember, like I didn't even beat the last boss in my own game. I just beat it in Eric's game because he was like, I'm too weak to kill this boss, and I was like, had that spell that just knocks 25% of their health off each time you use it. So I just showed up and I was like, blah, 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 and it's like, okay, well, he's on 2 health now, and then Eric finished it. But I never finished Did it by myself.
I finished it with the failures on.
You failed.
No, I did.
Probably failed.
I went through it. I did it.
I probably picked up a spear and you're like, oh, what does the
even do?
Is it the pointy end?
So anyway, we'll get to what the exploit that he was using. He says...
Sorry, I'm a massive troll.
He said he had his barbarian walking backwards at one stage.
I remember that. I swear that was in my land room.
And he used glitch rushes. What's a glitch rush?
I imagine it's speedrunning using glitching to some degree.
In Diablo.
See, he's played it more than me.
So he had a moonwalking barbarian. Which was called Mel Gibson, was it?
Yeah, he called all his dungeon crawling characters usually have a real world name. Yeah. Like when Tony Abbott, who is our current Prime Minister, when he was the Shadow Minister, he had a shadow character in Path of Exile called Tony Abbott. And he was off it because he wasn't the Shadow Minister anymore when he became the Prime Minister. Yeah, so it was like, well, that ruins that joke. And he never played him again, as far as I know.
So yeah, he did that. He said in Final Fantasy VII there was a regen glitch.
See, like, the problem is I don't know the stuff he's talking about.
So if anyone's played Final Fantasy VII, they know what the regen glitch is. Let us know.
Yeah, run us through, or we'll do the research, I guess. Shit, we should have Googled this shit. Oh, shit, Kieran. We should have Googled this stuff.
He says on the original Halo, he spent a lot of time trying to jump out of bounds, shooting in various corners. He got a ghost out of a map.
I remember that. I remember doing some of that with him. When me and Pez first met, the first time we actually properly like hung out ever was when he was playing Halo with a bunch of his friends. And I played Halo with those guys. It sucked.
He says
it's not that interesting story.
He got into the debug menu in Oblivion and ended up floating into the glitch town.
Into the glitch town?
It was a floating world, floating in a skybox underneath the world.
Oh yeah, I've done that. I think it's weird. I mean, if you all Elder Scrolls games, like all Bethesda games in general, are like full of glitches, like weird ones. Like
I feel like it's because the barriers aren't like
defined
thick enough or something. That seems a bit thin. Like you can just squeeze on through.
Well, that's basically it. It's like the game isn't completely polished when it comes out, so it's like there's these little cracks in it.
Yeah.
Like there's a ring in Skyrim. There's a ring. There's like a gold ring at the bottom of the well in Whiterun, I think, is the town. There's this golden ring, and the only way you can access the golden ring is through like codes and through actually like typing in like /retrieve ring out of well or whatever. Like there's no physical way to grab it, and I'm like, it might have been a quest that they didn't end up using or something.
But there might be plenty of that sort of stuff in there.
That's what I'm saying.
Skyrim
it's
just
so
I
like
did was
trash.
obviously like horse climbing with a horse on a mountain.
Oh my god!
But at one stage, right, I was on my horse
upside down.
And it was like climbing up the mountain, and all of a sudden it just started to raise. So I started getting higher and higher and higher, still in like the jump position. So I had flying horse flying over the throat of the world or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Until it hit like the top of like as high as you could go sort of thing in game.
Yeah.
And then I was like, should I press a button? So I pressed a button. And I happened to press like Y on the Xbox, which is get off horse.
Oh no.
So then he sort of just plummets. And then I was like, I really want that to happen again. But that's just like a fun, entertaining glitch that happens.
That's just messing around. Like that.
I mean, that's what I do in Skyrim. I find.
It's
climb mountains with a horse.
It's too distracting, right? Like,
I know.
It's like today I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna quest. I'm gonna do the storyline.
Maybe I can get to the quest if I go over this mountain.
And then you're like, oh, I got like a goblin camp, or whatever. Like I was gonna say giant camp actually, because that's my favorite Skyrim thing. Is just hooking giants against bits of rock and stuff when they can't get past, and just arrows to the face until they die.
Yeah.
It's a nice way to get archery up quickly. Well, not quickly even, but easily. Do it. So I got my archery skill up.
He also Pez, so I think that's pretty much it. Like again, there's a Pokemon glitch that he never actually did, but it's like to get a Mew.
Oh yeah, okay.
Over 100 level Mew again.
Here's the thing:
you got to do this weird series of events on like the golden.
Yeah, we're talking about.
Bridge.
We're talking about golden. Is it Golden Bar?
Yeah, you know, like where it's Golden Nugget Bridge.
Yeah, Golden Nugget Bridge. That's it. Oh, Nugget Bridge or whatever. It's the one in red and blue. It's the. I'm gonna stop playing with that altogether. Now I feel weird. No, it's Golden Nugget Bridge, north of Cerulean City, in red and blue. And if you do this series of events, you can get into a battle at the end of the Nugget Bridge that is Mew.
Yeah.
And that actually is a proven glitch, as opposed to the like pushing the truck near the SSN.
I mean, how did that was like a weird thing that got out in not high school, in primary school, against schoolyard rumor.
Yeah,
and everyone seemed to know about it. I was like,
and it's not true.
I'm pretty sure I said to someone, maybe there's like a Mew underneath that.
Yeah.
Underneath that truck.
Like, no.
Like everyone.
Of course there is, Kieran. Idiot.
Not saying that I started the rumor, but I'm pretty sure like so many people would have seen that truck and it would have been like, maybe that's where the Mew is.
I never thought of it until I was an adult, and someone told me, and I was like, because like you know, there was rumors that you could get a Mew floating around, but I never like looked into it.
This is the rumor I started, like being a little kid trying to like make some cool friends. Hey, did you know if you move the truck, it'll come up with like a ladder, and you go down the ladder, and you end up on a railway track. And if you go down the railway track, you'll come across a Pokeball, and the Pokeball is Mew. And the
Pokeballs, okay, yeah, no, that's, I mean, that is it. That's verbatim is the Mew glitch
with the train track.
With the truck.
Does it end up on a train track though?
I guess not, but like it's essentially there's a Pokeball under a truck.
Yeah,
you know, and it's like I don't know, you have to glitch it in, which is a problem already.
It's just a prop. It's a bit of scenery there.
Oh, totally, and I like people get so excited.
It's weird that there's a truck.
Yeah, it is. I mean, kind of.
Dock.
Is that weird, or is that just trying to like show a dock without being like, oh, we got to make a bunch of warehouse sprites and we got to do this stuff? Like we've got a truck already.
A pickup truck there. The pickup truck obviously does stuff.
We've already
carries stuff.
We've already got it. Deseran holding the nicest YouTuber of all time award. Fourth 10-minute block in a row. He sent us a link to the regen bug for Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, I knew you'd be excited. See, we should have. See, this would have been so easy for us to do.
It's too hot, though.
Yeah, it is too hot. I'm surprised it's this cool. I thought it was going to be real rough. We're probably going to be dead by the end of this. The regen bug is an exploitable glitch in the PlayStation version of Final Fantasy VII that can allow players to restore characters' health unimpeded by enemy attacks. It works because most abilities in the game must be loaded from the disc as they're used, and if the disc is not spinning in the tray to allow the console to read from it, the data cannot be loaded,
and then you just
causing the I mean, okay, so yeah, because the PlayStation works on RAM, right? So it loads the game into the RAM so that you can do disc swaps and stuff like that. So the fact would be that you'd either take the disc out or just open it, I guess, and then you would have unlimited items. My startup disk is almost full.
Holy shit.
Wait, what? I'm not even recording anything. What? Is
this recording?
No, I mean,
Is it storing it somewhere?
I mean, it's not storing. Okay.
Oh, no.
This must be my RAM. I have 16 gig of RAM, guys, so if I have less than 16 gig of space on my computer, it does this weird thing where it fills up. I don't know. I honestly don't understand how computers... I'm just trying to uninstall Borderlands right now.
So Pez also just put up a little picture. Did you watch the picture he put up?
Did it. Uninstalled Borderlands.
I think it's Oblivion.
Oh, of that.
The crazy.
Can we show that? Can we hold it to camera or something?
Yeah. So I think I'm pretty sure it's Oblivion, or maybe
this is from Oblivion, I think.
Oblivion.
Thanks so much for sending that in, Desiree. That's really good because we haven't played 7. If you couldn't tell now. There's probably something more.
So it's like it's a GIF.
It's a GIF.
But it pretty much explains a trusty glitch.
A trusty glitch. Is it a trusty glitch? Oh, do you know how he did this?
No, I don't know.
I think
it's just a weird placement thing, isn't it?
I guess. It's super, you probably all seen this already. It's pretty funny. Whoa.
So he's on a horse.
And then he keeps spinning.
So is that the character doing that?
No, that's an Imperial Guard or something. I don't...
So yeah, you get the point.
Yeah, I think they all saw that.
So Pez came up with those ones.
That was Pez's suggestions. So thanks so much for being involved, even though you weren't here, Pez.
Awesome,
it's actually really nice of you to do that. Even though you can't show up all the time, we do appreciate.
So I've actually got the list down here, which is pretty cool.
What else?
So
more stuff from you.
Mystery Truck, SSN.
Did I have more that I wanted to do?
Another glitch an exploit, but a glitch, but an exploit, is Facility GoldenEye.
Thanks so much for shouting us out again, Canoe Master.
You know, like the multiplayer level Facility?
Yes,
GoldenEye?
I do.
Well, there's a spawn point up in the air vents. And you like come down the air vents, drop down the manhole in the bathroom, and you go and kill some people.
Yep.
But there's a way to get back up in the air vents.
What?
So I was doing
just climb back in?
No, you gotta stand on the toilet and you gotta twirl around in a circle.
Okay.
And then when you hit the right angle, you just like twirl straight back up into the air vent and you can go back in. And so somehow in multiplayer games,
blowing my mind.
Like no one told me about it. But I must have been in this bathroom thinking I got to be able to get back up there, and I was doing literally that, and I hit the perfect angle. And
Like what,
I think it just you bounced off of like an imperfection.
Yeah. I mean that was huge in those old 3D games, but like.
And there was another one.
I love that as an idea. Yeah. Conceptually, that's great.
Yeah, and there was another one. I think it's Facility as well, or anything with stairs, where if you crouch. Yeah. Like, and maybe you shoot as well, but then you start walking forward and you just stay on that same like plane in the game. Okay. So you can just start hovering and stuff.
That's hilarious.
That's great.
What?
And the last
super helpful too.
Goldenrod one, Goldenrod.
Goldenrod.
I mean, call it Goldenrod.
Goldenrod City.
Goldenrod.
No, I think that was the first time you said it because it really stuck out to me. It's like, what the fuck? You talking Pokemon again? I'm in. Yeah. Go on.
So it's the bunker level where you're in prison.
Yes.
You know, you got to get the keys. But if you go...
I have to play that game again, but yes.
And you get some mines, proximity mines, you got to put the cheat on.
Oh, God, that was a fun game.
You go in and there's like the what is it? The control room. And you see there's like 8 computer things up on the roof. Do you remember seeing them? They're like 8 TV screens on the roof. Sort of they go down and then there's like
play it again, but
and there's the massive screen in front.
I do.
And you know, if you remember Goldenrod,
if you get the Goldenrod,
if you remember GoldenEye, you can shoot the screens out.
Yeah.
And they like make mini explosions. So if you put a proximity mine on each one of those screens, and then you just blow them up all at the same time, for some reason the explosions like creates a lag in the game.
Yeah,
which means that like it drops some data that means any projectile won't. The physics of the game won't carry the projectile. So then if you throw a bit of like if you throw a proximity mine, it hovers in midair.
Oh, what?
So then you can just muck around and like create crazy, and you put unlimited
proximity mines on or whatever.
You put the unlimited ammo cheat on, so you just create all these proximity mines and you can just shoot them and then they all explode. And the same with like grenade launcher. You get the grenade launcher up, you shoot it, and you just have all these giant little shells sitting around everywhere, and you can just shoot them all.
What the hell? That sounds hilarious.
And I figured that one out by myself as well. No one really told me about that because that's in the single player game as well.
You should be a beta tester.
I just do it because I get bored. And I was playing it, and I was like, I want to try if I can put a proximity mine on every single one of those TVs and see what happens see what it looks like when they make a massive explosion.
I think like pre-internet, that is definitely how everyone did that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah,
before data mining. Shame on you, data miners. Shame on you. Well, the new Binding of Isaac, there's meant to be a secret character that's meant to be super random to get.
People that open up like the source
the files, and they read through every single line of programming to like try and find hidden shit, and it's like
crazy.
It ruins the games because there's this. There was meant to be this big hidden character in Binding of Isaac that no one was meant to know about and stuff like that, but apparently it just got data mined straight out, and because there's like super specific conditions where it's like you need to die on this floor this way,
it's sort of
and
like
you need to die on this floor in this specific way, like in this run.
You know, Final Fantasy X, there's like a cave that's never ending sort of thing, and you can get a summon from that cave. Do you remember?
Kind of. I
think it's he's a samurai guy. You go Jitsu or something.
What, Yojimbo, the bodyguard?
Yeah, Yojimbo. I don't know.
Yojimbo's Japanese for bodyguard. There's one in like every Final Fantasy.
Yeah. And I think that was a random series of events that triggered.
Him. So it's like that's kind of stuff that, and like PT did it really well.
Yeah, like that weird stuff with the crying baby.
I'm showing Kieran your tweet, Desiree.
Golden Sun.
And we're playing Golden Sun. Welcome back to Golden Sun. Can I just give that a quick retweet?
Oh yeah,
that's amazing. Kind of love that.
Classic.
Yeah. What was I talking about? Sorry. Yeah, PT had that where like it took the community a little while to find stuff out, but there was still a lot of that data mining going on.
But I think there's still like a little bit. They haven't really figured out how to get the third cry on the baby.
No, they haven't. No, I don't think anyone really knows how to do it. I swear it's like almost random conditions every time, but they follow like a thread. Like there's something there. Like that Jareth thing is insane.
What's the Jareth thing?
Well, if you can decode the code, it spells out your dead son's name. And you have to say it once all of the baby laughter and everything stopped in the game into an Xbox like microphone or a PlayStation mic. That ends the demo. That's how you finish it.
Really?
Okay. So yeah, the chain of events is that you have to do all of that weird stuff, find all the puzzle pieces, go through like the thing. Then you're gonna hear the baby laugh. Then the controller's gonna vibrate for a minute straight, 60 seconds, literally straight.
And then
that lady's gonna then you gotta take some steps. Then she starts talking. She starts whispering in your ear. And if when she starts whispering in your ear, like a few seconds after that, you say Jareth, you say your son's name. Jareth, yeah. Then it ends it. Like like you get a phone call and it's like, you've been chosen, and then it plays the trailer for Silent Hill.
Yeah, I thought they just walk out the back door, don't they?
Yeah, but that's after you do all of that shit.
Oh.
You can't get out the door until you do all of those events, and you like literally speak into it and stuff.
So that's just a trailer for Silent Hill, isn't it? So that's like
Silent Hills.
Silent Hills.
It's multiple.
So do you reckon the game Silent Hills is going to be that complex?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what they're hinting at. And the reason it's called Hills, like the multiple Silent Hill, is because it's going to be different for everyone. It's going to be because it's like the demo already is so different for everyone and so like randomly generated that I think the actual full game is going to be like completely random and completely its own thing. And because Hideo Kojima's making it and because Guillermo del Toro is working on it, like it's going to be full of weird secrets and like Hideo Kojima stuff like in Metal Gear and like those kind of games, like heaps of head fucks. And because Guillermo del Toro is working on it, it's going to be disgusting and amazing looking. It's going to be great. And like that fetus in the
twisted.
Far out. Twisted. No, when I saw that for the first time, I was like, what the fuck are we doing as people anymore? Like, what does our society even come to that this is how we personify like inner demons? Like, it looks amazing. Like, I really want to play it. And I'm not trying to diss it, but like, holy crap.
If it's PT style all the way through where it doesn't actually, like, you know, because when PT was just so
random still, like
no, mysterious? It was mysterious in a way. The minute they have a character and then they make that character like the antagonist, like the ultimate bad guy sort of thing, that's when I sort of stopped getting terrified by it because I can.
Yeah, I mean, and it's especially because it's Norman Reedus from Walking Dead and stuff, and you're like, oh hey, it's that actor that I like. And it's like, that's weird. I think it's interesting they're using more actors in games because like I kind of like it. I think it's a good idea. Like Kevin Spacey in the new Call of Duty, I think is really funny. Stuff like that. I think like I don't know, funny might not be the right word, but I think it's interesting and like entertaining. The Kevin Spacey one was specifically funny because like I was like, what the fuck's going on? I don't know, but like you could. I think it'd be interesting like if we started to see Nintendo let actors do motion capture for their characters and stuff like that, and like actually embrace it a bit, like embrace the entire entertainment world. I'm not saying do it often even, but for the occasional thing like Silent Hills, I think that's kind of, it works.
I hope that I do
get how it disconnects you for sure.
If it's going to be completely like PT, if it's going to be that level of like being in a room, it's just so crazy.
I mean, that's sort of it. Like it's
like a whole world of nothing. That's what aloneness is kind of. That's what scares.
That's the thing about Silent Hill. It's like you're in this ghost town and stuff. Like I don't know. Silent Hill's weird. Like that. Have you ever played through one at all? I played the original a little bit, but that was like ages ago. And it's like it has this sense to it. Like the music in it's perfect. That it's like way more psychological almost and stuff. I like it a lot. I think it's a really solid horror franchise. And as everyone knows, I'm not great with horror.
Neither am I.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we should probably play them together.
Oh, God.
Super scared, bros.
Oh, no.
Let's play Amnesia and get super freaked. We should stop saying game names because people are just going to be like,
Amnesia, the minute I saw that...
Has that even been...
I don't know, the minute they introduced, like,
I'm not sure if it's going to be PS4 exclusive, Desiree, for PT. He's just asked if there's an announcement on exclusivity for Silent Hills on PS4. No idea. I think it is. I think it's going to be because the demo was
and
PS4 only.
Loves having those like monopolies on, on titles.
I think Kojima, like they want to hold Hideo Kojima's work on the PlayStation because they do that a lot with Metal Gear. I think Metal Gear's on 360 as well. You need to plug in your laptop.
Oh no!
Oh no! 10 minutes of battery left. No, how will we make it? Yeah. So I think that's a thing where like they want franchise exclusivity. I would not be surprised if it came out on PC as well.
Yeah, I'd say it would come out on PC for sure.
I think PC is one of the I know people love to say like, oh, PC Master Race, PC is its own thing, but I really feel like PC is the place where everything sort of ends up except Nintendo stuff. At this point, I don't know. Anyway,
is it working?
It will be right now. Now that it's actually plugged in. Saved it.
Down.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to be exclusive. Pretty sure Chris is the guy out of all of us with the PlayStation 4, so maybe we ask him.
Yeah, we'll ask him. So let's go back to the glitches.
Yeah.
So,
well, that game has a glitch in it. Sorry.
Well, which one?
PT.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like it has a forced crash, and everyone gets a different error message. Have you seen that? How it's like if you're progressing in the game crashes at one point, and every error message it shows is different. Like no one has had the same error message twice.
See, that terrifies me, is making a game that sort of
breaks itself, and like it has like visual glitching and stuff, like digital.
Yeah,
it's super. Yeah. I love it. Like
it's really immersive.
Yeah,
I find.
Well, that's it, because it's like acknowledging the medium and it's acknowledging the mood they're trying to create, you know, like, and using it in the right way, rather than just being like, "Your dead wife." Now it's like, "Oh, my game's broken. Oh, my game's haunted." Maybe like there's all this stuff with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for shouting out. Before we do that, I only wonder because Silent Hill used to be a PlayStation franchise before Silent Hill 4, at least. That's interesting. Very interesting. Metal Gear will be on PC. As for PT, I will see that. Thanks, Kieran Avi Master. Yeah, Metal Gear's going to be on PC, the new one? 5? Yeah. I saw Metal Gear Rising just came out recently on... well, not recently at all. It's on Steam. We could buy it. It's super cinematic and looks fun.
Awesome.
But it's not an old game, and we do betray ourselves a lot. Sorry to keep distracting from that. But let's get... You got other glitches?
San Andreas was like the most unstable game.
Oh, yeah.
In existence.
I mean... like all the games we've talked about so far, we could say that almost, but yes, I will give you that.
If you had a bad disc, it was terrible. Like you'd be driving in your car, and then like it was just like everything would start disappearing. You'd be driving on like just a plane of nothingness, and then the barrier underneath you would fall away, and your car would just sink into the ground, and it would crash.
What?
Did this never happen to you?
Of course not.
And then on a PC version of it,
that sounds insane.
If you got into a car at any stage, for some reason the data extraction sort of thing didn't work properly, and the minute you got into the car, it would freeze.
Yeah.
So on a PC version of it, before they like fixed all the bugs, which they do with PCs, you had to get around on a BMX. The only way to
That's awesome.
the game was to BMX everywhere. Unless, of course, they placed you in a car for a mission.
I love that.
Then it would work.
That's hilarious. What?
But there were so many glitches in that game. It just would always happen. I had a bad disc, and then I returned it. I traded it in for another one.
Okay.
And it would just be like you were playing the game, and for some reason, you'd be going faster than what the game could render.
Yeah.
And so eventually,
the draw distance exactly. Catching up with you or whatever.
But it just get to a point where the draw distance couldn't catch up, and everything would like literally... barriers would stop working. It would stop rendering everything.
That's hilarious.
Crazy.
I love that. I was gonna say, if we're talking about Grand Theft Auto, the first 3D one, Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah.
Did you ever play that?
Yeah.
And you did you would have obviously done the flying tank exploit.
No, I actually haven't.
Where you just cheat to get a tank, and then you put it on a hill, and if you aim it up a hill and like get a bit of run-ups and stuff, and then shoot your tank cannon backwards.
Oh yeah, I have done that.
You can
go into the
you can fly.
That's
essentially that's a really
try
funny
and make
one.
it to the observatory.
Yeah, and like across borders and stuff.
Yeah.
that game was really fun. I still like vividly remember the city of GTA 3
Yeah,
like I played that so much, and I was always like, no motorbikes, and then like Vice City comes out, and you're like, motorbikes, hooray!
Yeah.
Like
Vice City was another unstable one.
They were all. I mean, I think it's
GTA 3. I never had a problem. Like no glitches in that game.
I mean, I
Vice
guess
City, I'd
the
have
tank
the same
thing's the only
rendering
one I
thing.
can say. Yeah.
Oh, but that's like more of an exploit. That's
Yeah, it's more of a
fun.
funny thing that they just happens when physics happens with physics.
In Vice City, I'd always find like it would stop rendering, it would freeze. There's actually, which happened to me.
I never had that much of an issue with it, actually.
There's like, you can buy places in Grand Theft Autos. You can like buy different shops and what have you, different safe houses.
Because you're in a biker gang in that game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In 3.
Yeah, in 3. We're talking about Vice City now.
Oh, in Vice City, you're like a coke dealer, essentially.
Exactly. It's like Scarface.
It's
a Scarface parody.
Basically. Yeah, go on.
So there's
with Lance.
Like if you go through, you'll see different franchises you can purchase.
Yep.
But I had the glitch in my game. Suddenly my save stopped working, and I'd go to my save, I'd open it up, and it wouldn't work. And so then I like had to restart Vice City, and I went through the whole story, and then I went and bought all the different places. Yeah. But I found out in like doing some research of these glitches, that if you purchase the ice cream factory, which I did, and if you save in the ice cream factory, for some reason that save was broken and it was a game break.
Oh, okay.
And if you had that save, the minute you opened up that save, it would just go black screen and crash the game.
So much of an exploit. Ouch.
Yeah, it's just.
I thought it was gonna say like, and then you come back and you've got unlimited grenades. And I was like,
and I realized that's why my game stopped working.
That sucks. There's one of those in Pokemon X and Y as well, actually. But they patched it already. So if you don't have the patch by now, what the hell is wrong with you? You should get it. It's if you save in like the main city, your game could break and stuff.
Yeah, really?
So yeah, and like I just zoomed past because I was like, I'll check this city out another time. I want to go fight gym leaders. So I didn't stay in Lumio City for very long. So I was pretty lucky in that regard that I didn't, because I know my girlfriend had saved in and out of Lumios a few times, and I was like, your shit is gonna be broken. Like you can't do that. Like, oh no, and then it was fine. So it was like a random glitch. Yeah. I guess I might have been in a specific location.
I guess that's what happened with the missing number one.
But but the missing number one didn't break your game.
It could.
I mean, it
was
could.
A possibility that it could break it. I can't remember what you do.
It's if you were storing like.
Yeah, I think if you put it into your PC or something.
Yeah, you did that a lot. It never broke my game.
It can glitch your game up and destroy the save and destroy your mystery gift and stuff.
I've heard that, but I've never had it. It never broke my game.
I experienced it where it like turns you go into a battle and then all of a sudden like the text just starts to jump around and it glitches it that way.
Okay. Yeah.
And so it just keeps like saying water pump, water pump, water pump,
water pump, water pump,
level water pump.
Water pump. It's not even a Pokemon move.
Well, it's not, is it?
No.
Yes, it is.
Hydro pump and water gun.
Yeah, exactly. What I was saying.
That's it. I want you to be telling the truth though, and then for it to be like that's what it was saying.
It's water gun or something.
Yeah. No, they learned water gun.
It's hydro gun.
Hydro gun. Use water splash.
And my ball band. I had my ball band on the. I know all about Pokemon.
Oh man. My TM negative 32.
Yeah, so that
I get you. I feel you, dude.
And it just glitches out the game.
Sorry. So I just saw something else on Twitter that blew my mind. Video Game High School ended today, guys. Anyone watch Video Game High School besides me?
No.
Yeah, no? Okay, bye. The season finale, just like the series finale, just ended its 3-season run. Video Game High School is over.
Forever.
I mean, I think there's hints that they're going on to Video Game University. It's the best web series ever. It's like it is the first web series I've seen that has extremely good production value, and it's all about this like future world where video games are like have become more prominent and like are more like sports and stuff. And so there's like FPS teams, and you go to this high school on this video game scholarship, and you like join the FPS team or the fighting game team or the drift team, and they like play racing games. It's the best. It's so great.
Where the economy has been like actually.
It is that, and they're like they keep doing this joke where they'll be like the president is still missing, and then like it'll blow up, and they'll be like, quick frag report here, and they'll be like, and they'll be like cut to a live match or something where there's like crazy gunfight going on or something, and like it overlaps the president and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they did this amazing joke at the start of season 3 with Joel McHale and Tony Hawk, and there was like America's next top president, and like they had Tony Hawk running for it, and then Joel McHale from Community, like Jeff from Community, he like wanders out of the bushes and he's like, stop, I'm still alive, Tony, I'm gonna need your skateboard, we've got a country to save. And then like it cuts to the frag report. It's so amazing. You have to, it's amazing. Sorry, but that's not a spoiler, it's the start of the season, it's just a fun joke.
The jetpacks. Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw that came out. Go watch Video Game High School. It's on Rocket Jump, the YouTube channel. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I love that show.
What was I saying? The jetpack exploit.
I'll let you get through that. Now I'll go into these comments. We'll get into the comments in 2 seconds. Yep. Where you like have the jet, where you like can run faster. Is that what you're talking about?
No. Or if you go into the gym and if you like do a cheat, you know how in like what's it called? The gym that's like closest to Grove Street.
Oh yeah, I know the one. It's on a corner.
Yeah, if you go in there
near that pizza shop,
and then if you get a jetpack, I think you've got to like enter a code to get a jetpack, or maybe you've got one.
No, there's a code. There's a cheat to get it.
Then you just like start flying up. In the corner, there's like they haven't rendered the roof. It's just like a
of course they haven't. Yeah.
So you can just fly straight up, and then you see like all the other inside world sort of thing, and you can.
What?
I mean, it takes ages flying around. You got to like know your codes pretty well. Otherwise, you just fly into blackness. But then you can like.
Wait, so
different places in the game.
Does everything in the black interior world?
I think
is it like all the rooms exist?
Yeah, but like on different levels. So all the rooms at a level 1 exist in the same
level 1.
Level 1. I'm pretty
That's
sure.
pretty clever game design actually. To save space, because if you've already got map sizes that big, to just go just render that map up, but then have rooms.
But they don't put them next to each other. It's still like
that's what I was going to say. That's what I was impressed by, the fact that it's actually somehow correlates, which means that they'd have like layered maps that all link up to each other, which is pretty impressive if that's how it works. No matter how that works, that's pretty cool.
So you can do that.
I love that.
To get like different crazy places.
It's like quick travel almost.
Like you know how you burgle houses? Like you can get to burgle houses and that sort of stuff.
I totally forgot about that. Never played the storyline.
And there was another one that I found in San. This will be the last for San Andreas.
Yep.
Is a glitch. Oh, there's one more. There's like a theory that you can glitch to Liberty City, because remember there's a mission to fly to Liberty City.
Yeah.
And there's like a theory that you can get there. I don't think you can.
I don't think.
Or maybe you can get there through the jetpack.
I've never heard of it.
I think you can get there through the jetpack. Cheat, where you fly up and you fly into a room that's rendered in Liberty City, but it's only the top corner of Liberty City where the mafia house and all that sort of stuff.
So you don't really go to that small part. That's like pushing it already, traveling to a whole different city. That's crazy.
And so then there was this one in San Fierro where there's a tunnel near the petrol station. And if you go in the tunnel, you just speed along your car, you get the angle right, and you turn into the wall, and eventually you just like break through the like fucking crack, you start falling from the sky, fall into a San Fierro. It's just a box for some reason. It's like a little box world, where it's just like a huge thing and just drops off everywhere.
Yeah, great. Is it like a multi-player map? Maybe.
It's just like
I'm just trying to imagine. Yeah. I mean, it's so much fancy. But yeah. That's cool. I mean, I love breaking. If you go watch. I'm not sure. I watch the games from time to time. I can sell myself out right now and be like, I watch some channels. I do that. I feel like we have to hide it. I know.
So you gotta entertain.
Alright. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime girl. Send me a kiss by wild. Dollar, my soul's on fire. That was weird. Hey guys. Okay, I'm gonna get into some of your comments, because I don't know what to say right now. Metal Gear Solid 5 and the demo is from at Konami Master. Go check that shit out for sure. Metal Gear Solid 5 and the demo are on Steam, and Kojima said it will come on PC. PT is only PS4 as far as I know. Yeah, that's sort of what we're thinking as well. I think that's fine. And I agree with you, Desiree, that the PS4 might be able to use a couple of nice exclusives just to promote it. Because, yeah, Second Son totally had that longevity we all expected it to, right? No offense to Second Son lovers, but holy crap. Their exclusives at launch were so, like, what is going on? Like, everyone's were, though. Like, the Wii U didn't have anything. The Wii U didn't have, like, any exclusives. It's only just starting to get games. And the Xbox might have the best memorable exclusives at launch, right? Not even at launch. They were, like, first quarter. Trying to remember how that all went. Sunset Overdrive is interesting, but it doesn't hold me, you know? There's a lot of that kind of stuff going on. I think that's sort of what we're talking about here. They have, but only in 2015. That's interesting. Desran, with the mention of Digimon, have you ever considered the PlayStation 1 Digimon World games for the channel? #RetroCast. Holy moly. Yes, we have. I have. Specifically. I love watching my hands on camera. It's so blurry. Sorry. Welcome to summer, everybody. It's going to be a weird 3 months. 6 months. Oh, God. No, there's the Digimon World. I played a lot of Digimon World 2003, which was the third game. I don't know why they bothered calling it 2003. Such a turn of the century thing, I think. It's just an RPG, and I really like them, actually. They've got like a cool card game. I'd love to play 2003. I don't have my copy anymore because I lent it to a sportsman from our high school because he was like, "Oh, I love Digimon," and then I never got that back. Never mix with the sportsmen. Let's all promote dividing all of our social groups. I honestly was like, oh, cool. We play video games. We can like that's fine. Borrow my video game, and then
it was like high school.
Yeah, it was high school, and he was into footy, and like he was into football.
Weird stuff goes down in high school.
No, totally. Like, and like, yeah, he just had my. Yeah, I guess he still has it. Maybe he probably do. He probably wouldn't at this point. If you're watching this, you know who you are, and give me my game back because I would like to play it. It's not that big of a deal, even. But yeah, Digimon World 2003, really fun game. It's got like a card game built into it. You like collect and evolve your Digimon kind of thing. It's
Final Fantasy VIII. The best part of Final Fantasy VIII had a card game.
Final Fantasy IX's card game as well, dude. I love a JRPG with a card game. Makes it for me, especially if they build in like a full league and you can like.
This was crazy.
The one in 9 as well.
Nothing I'd ever played before.
I love it, dude. I think they're bringing out a Final Fantasy card game now on iPads or something, or like iOS or something, which would be great if they did that. If they released the mini game from one of the Final Fantasies, the card game, I'd play it. Probably more than Hearthstone. No offense to Hearthstone players, guys, but I just can't.
It was like a game of chess card game. Anyway.
Yeah, there was an amount of it was grid, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think it was the same card game for that one.
I think it's similar, but
I think
Final Fantasy X
different. They got rid of card games and they had Blitzball.
Blitzball.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You want to play Quidditch? It is the Quidditch of Final Fantasy. Digimon. Yes, Desiree, we have considered playing the Digimon games. I definitely have. I played them in my past, so I'd love to. I think it's another RPG thing where it's like. We're hard pressed for RPG time. Maybe something we can do just to talk about it and just have it on the channel. We can do Digimon Rumble Arena. Yeah. I mean, and because that's the fighting game from PlayStation 1, and then we could just play a couple of rounds of that. That'd be fun.
Have you watched the new Digimon TV show?
The new one? Which new one? Fusion?
Maybe.
Because I feel like Fusion was the most recent one, or Digital Policeman Squad or whatever.
No, I watched one episode that was quite good.
I like the Digimon show. I still do. I think it's really interesting because it combines our world with stuff more than Pokemon does, which I really like.
And I watched 2 episodes of New Pokemon and nailed it.
New Pokemon's crazy. Did I tell you about that?
At all. I can't do it.
I didn't like old Pokemon now that I look at it. Like, it was good when I was a kid, but like, holy crap, that show does not hold up to the games.
Pokemon Origins. You've told me about that.
You've seen that? You have to. That is the best. We should watch that later. We should.
But like the new Ash in
Ash is still an 11-year-old annoying boy.
I think he's in the Unova world.
I think he's in Kalos. He's in the new region, but Unova was the last one. Yeah,
there was just nothing to the episode though.
It's boring. The one I watched the one where the original Charizard. So if you have watched the Pokemon anime for a little while, oh no, our mic's acting up again from 4 minutes ago.
Oh no.
Mic's acting up again. Oh crap. No, wait, Mike is fine now from literally a minute later. Literally, if it's fucking up, you can tell us because we can Jimmy with it. And we'll try. I hate that I was like going through that one by one. I should have pre-read just everything at once. Thank you so much for favoriting Grab a Pint. Also liked our cast, so thanks a lot to Grab a Pint for sharing it out. My point was the old Pokemon anime. You remember the Charmander he gets, the first Charmander he ever gets.
I think that was what made it so good. Is that
it was
there was like a relationship with the Pokemon that he had. Yeah.
Well, that was what was cool about this one. I mean, the episode was boring.
When Charizard got sent away to Charizard.
Charizard Fight Club. I'm going to be the mayor of Charizard Fight Club. Everyone, shut up. Thank you so much for telling us about the mic as well, Desiree. I just wanted to say we really do appreciate the communication because we have no way of checking that, and we probably should. It's just that we can't stream and watch our stuff on our internet at the same time. So we can't actually fact check ourselves.
Yeah.
Love you. No, but basically, so he gets that Charmander, he gets sent away, as you say. The episode I watched, he's in the Unova League, Pokemon League. Spoiler alert, he loses. Like, he loses every time. I don't think he's never won a Pokemon League. What the fuck? We're still following this piece of shit.
They'd have to end the show, wouldn't they? Because he becomes Pokemon.
Just give me a new character.
No, get rid of him. They did it in Yu-Gi-Oh! They created, like, weird Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal or whatever with that crazy looking dude. It's like too crazy. I can't even watch it.
I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal the other day. That was the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Is crazy. They're like wandering around a city and stuff. Like they did that in the old one a bit, but this one was like they were going to school at the same time, but getting attacked by demons made out of data. I don't know. It was like Digimon meets Pokemon meets Yu-Gi-Oh! Meets I don't even know what the fuck was going on anymore. It wasn't about pharaohs anymore, that's for damn sure.
Kaiba's not in it anymore.
Kaiba was the only reason I watched that show. Like, I looked back at it and I was like, he's awesome. I was like, yes, but I have the blue eyes white dragon! And then you're like, yeah, that's why you're fucking rad. And the only reason Yu-Gi-Oh! Was getting anywhere with... I have a Karibo and these 5 cards that if I have them all at once, I win the game. So, like, that was his thing. Like, if you want to talk about real card players, Kaiba is the real card player. He didn't need no magic artifact to turn him into some pharaoh god.
I think the storyline was way it was dark. I think Kaiba's dad.
Yeah, he was cool.
He was an orphan.
Yeah, he was super fucked up, and he was like happy to trap people's souls and shit. Yeah. He was like funny. I liked him. And the old one was better. It was too much like playing the card game though. Anyway, my point is, I saw the episode of Pokemon, right? Jesus fucking Christ! Cartoon cast. No, it was. But the Charizard came back.
Yeah.
He calls up Professor Oak and he's like, "Hey, Professor Oak, I'm really bad at Pokemon battles. Can you send me my level 500 Charizard from 6 years ago? Like, not like 13 years ago or something. Like, this Charizard would be dead of old age." My first point. But yeah, somehow Professor Oak has a way of contacting this Charizard, and he's like, "Sure thing, just send it right over." And then and it was this reuniting of him and Charizard, and everyone was like, "Well, this is your Charizard from when you were like 13 years ago," and they kept referencing that it was like 13 years ago, but he never aged. It was super weird. Like the entire episode, I was so confused. I'm just like, what is going on?
It's because of the radiation in that planet. No one ages.
Radiation. Yeah, like that's I don't know. And for whatever reason, they decided that bringing an old Pokemon back in a series where time doesn't pass was a good idea.
And referencing the time.
I mean,
it's been so long since I've seen it.
Yeah, it was like, oh my god, you look so different.
Maybe it's like cat years. They all live cat years.
Maybe. I don't know, dude. It's weird. My point is,
you got to see Charizard again.
My point is that he showed up again. I was like, and they gave him like sort of mannerisms and stuff like he used to have, and I was like, yeah, all right, I can live with that. That's fucking cool. Like that's a good thing. But imagine if instead of Charizard coming back, Ash came back, and he was in the tournament. And he was an issue for the new character to fight.
Yeah.
And he was actually good at his job.
I think they're scared to get rid of Ash.
I hate
why.
that.
I never
I don't like him anyway.
I liked him when he found his brother, like, not, I don't know if it's actually his brother's, but his brother's Pikachu.
Oh, there's
that whole theory. But I liked it when he had the Pikachu and there was this whole conflict.
And he was grumpy,
and Pikachu hated him, and
it was
like,
hard
I want
for
to
him.
evolve you with this Thunderstone. No.
I don't think so.
And then after that passed, I
just
thought,
hate
well, maybe
Pikachu.
Ash should have been like, all right, well, I'm just going to like go hang out here and let's.
Well,
Hey,
he
look,
should've-
here's another person.
You know what would have been amazing? Is if every time they started as well, Ash had to fight the guy
The
from
new
the
person,
game.
yeah.
No, the guy from the game and the new person. Like, everyone should be there. And we have this amazing opportunity
The
to
writers
expand
don't
the
do it
universe.
properly.
Yeah, if they were writing that show in like a proper fashion, that Pokemon would be the best anime. Like, literally just the best. I can't imagine a world where, like, because I was at the Pokemon podcast I listen to. I swear I mention this every week because it comes out like right before we record ours. They were talking about like what if Origins had just been its own show, and we had our own cool show about like shifting protagonists, and they just revamped it. They released it at like 8:30 at night on Cartoon Network or something. So it was like meant for older kids and meant for adults.
Yeah.
And it was more, and you could actually like learn battle strategy. Like they were actually using the moves the way they're meant to be used in the games and stuff. So you're learning stuff. Sorry,
Yours.
I could talk about what I want them to do with that forever.
Will it happen?
No, I mean the fact that they did Origins, I think, was like a move in the right direction. You
What
know?
about the Pokemon movies?
Pokemon movies? I want to watch them all because I haven't seen them all.
I think I watched up until the Entei one.
I've seen the first couple, but that's about it. I think
mean,
they're really
they're
good.
pretty good.
I think they're good. The Digimon movies are a bit better, I think, if you watch the
I
original
haven't seen
Japanese.
any of the Digimon movies.
Don't watch the American release with the Angela Anaconda intro. Shoutouts to my Angela Anacondas. You haven't
No,
seen
I
that
haven't
shit?
seen it.
There's this short at the front of the American Digimon release. And for starters, the American Digimon movie is 4 Digimon movies, or like 3, or maybe 2. I don't know. It's just more than one Digimon movie just smashed together. So it doesn't make any sense. And they like change characters all the time, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. But yeah, at the start of that, they did this promotional thing with Angela Anaconda where it was like, and they were all going to see the Digimon movie, all the Angela Anaconda kids, and they're like, Johnny Ubadi was like, my favorite Digimon's blah 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 mon, and then Angela was like, I like the Agumons, and then she has like her weird fantasy thing where she's like having a Digimon battle, and they're like, I'm Digi-evolving to Mega Angela.
Anaconda. I remember. Is that the weird?
The grey people, everyone's grey and like cut out, and
Yeah.
it's terrifying.
I thought you were. I thought you were
Desiree.
mentioning- For
Oh
some
my God.
reason, I was thinking of Wild.
You were
Strawberries,
singing it the
and
other
I was
day.
thinking, why do you hate it so much?
Oh,
Wild
man, that would be
Strawberries is
amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool.
Yeah,
and
and
if they
like-
were doing like a nature documentary about Digimon, like that would have been interesting. Any other kids show, literally anything else, not Angela Anaconda. Bad choice. I know Desiree knows what I'm talking about because that mother was he was singing the theme. You weren't singing the theme, but you were doing the little ba ba da ba da ba ba, the start of the theme.
I've destroyed it from my memory.
It's lodged in there. I'm
No.
never getting that out.
I've destroyed
It's
it.
terrifying.
You're not bringing it back.
Oh, I'm bringing it back. Me and Desiree. I don't know if Desiree even knows, but like, thanks so much to everyone that's been retweeting and tweeting out the link to the RetroCast. You guys are like the best. This is actually, I mean, this is really nice.
how I
We
like it,
really
yeah.
like being able to do this with you guys, and like,
It's fun.
yeah, we're so sorry chat doesn't work and we have to use Twitter. I mean, in the end, it could be better for our publicity. Okay, but what I want, Desiree has sent us the recently released the original Pokemon trade. I fucked that up. But they brought out the original Pokemon trading card game on the Game Boy on the Nintendo eShop. I did see that the other day actually, and I think I might have mentioned it was coming, but yeah, that's great. Have you
Yeah.
played the original
No,
trading
I
card
haven't.
game?
I've played
It's good.
physically.
Yeah, I know, but the Game Boy one is actually really solid. I really like it a lot.
I really like the Yu-Gi-Oh games.
I played a couple of fun
The
ones.
one on
Yeah,
DS was
they're not
really
bad. Yeah, exactly. When they just break it down and they're like, all right, well, at its heart, it's a card game, and we can do interesting things with the card game if we
Yeah.
let people play it. I think that's what's cool about it. And what was really cool about the trading card game on Game Boy, it's just like a Pokemon game. And you battle gym leaders and stuff, and you go through stuff, and you get further in the trading card world, though.
I remember it. I do. I think
it's great. It's a really fun way to play that game, and if you get like a bit of a hankering for the Pokemon trading card game, that's a good place to do it. Why isn't there a new one? So Pokemon Snap 2, Pokemon trading card game 2. There's all these spin-offs they could be doing.
Pokemon RPG.
Yeah, like that. Well, that's it. Like, can you imagine Mystery Dungeon had a Wii U version that was like that live action one that we talked about? Like, not live action, but like that real-time combat game that we talked about and stuff. There's just a lot of spin-off games that I think we want that they haven't realized. Because like, there's still, what's the Pokemon spin-offs that they're doing now? It's like nothing now, actually. Yeah, there's nothing. There's a couple coming.
Oh, there is one.
There's that Pokemon. There's Pikachu Detectives coming.
Yeah, Pokemon typing as well.
Oh boy!
Have you seen that?
No, but I'm gonna get it.
It teaches you how to touch type.
I'm bad at touch type.
It comes with a keyboard and you plug it into your DS.
Oh my, what?
And you play the game. It's like $200 or something crazy.
Jeez, I have seen that.
It teaches you how to touch type. It's a program where it's literally like Pokemon based.
Why don't you just sell that on computer?
Why not?
You could easily sell that as an app on anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Again, they're not doing it.
Because I want my DS keyboard, obviously.
Whenever would you use that again?
For all those
chat.
PictoChat. I don't even know if they have PictoChat anymore. Yeah, I mean, you would use it. Oh, you know how you use it. That would be awesome. You could use it when entering Pokemon nicknames. Yeah, right.
That would be the best.
The quickest way to enter a Pokemon nickname when I'm doing my Nuzlocke and I'm like nicknaming Pokemon. I should pick up my Nuzlocke again. Yeah. Shit. I just haven't done it in a little while because it takes longer to edit than other stuff we do because it's it's like because I have to do the randomizer, so you have to emulate it, and that's like this whole thing. Sorry if you're enjoying the Pokemon Nuzlocke I was doing. It is coming back. I'm thinking next year is the plan. So join us for that. Anyway,
see what happens to Arva.
Desiree, I actually still have an original copy of the Pokemon TCG for Game Boy. It was a fun game. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was awesome. Like, from what I played of it, I never finished it. I played friends' copies a lot because, yeah, I just didn't have my own, which was lame. I still have my copy of Yellow, like the Yellow cartridge.
I don't have any of my old
I don't know where my I said, my dad still has my Game Boy.
I still have Crystal version. Doesn't have it's been in the wash, and the title's fallen, like it's been peeled off. But Crystal version, if you remember, it had like sparkles all through it. Yeah, it was like a light blue color.
Yeah, it looked like a crystal kind of. Yeah, I remember.
I still have that.
That's cool. Yeah. I like that. That's neat. I don't know. Like I still have Yellow, just because Yellow didn't get to be in my case where I kept my Game Boy, and that's where my copy of Red is. That's where my copy of like the old Conquer game from Game Boy Color is. Do you remember that at all? No. Like it was like this RPG kind of thing for the Game Boy Color. It had Conquer before they made Conquer into a swearing little squirrel,
maybe like
a more adult little squirrel. I don't know. It's like the last kid game Conquer was ever in. It has like cowboy sections. It's really fun.
You're gonna say cowboy sex scenes.
Yeah, you know what I like. Kieran. You know what I'm into. So a little bit of the old yeehaw, as they say. No. Yeah.
I was chatting to someone. I think it was the Absolute Geek podcast.
Yeah, those guys.
Somehow we were talking about Pokemon trading cards, but they brought up. They said I still have my Pokemon Chansey coin.
Oh, really?
Do you remember the Pokemon
I remember the coins.
And that brought back, like, I had a sparkly one that had, like, blue essence in it.
I had a Charizard one. A red sparkly Charizard. Well. I didn't have the Chansey one. I remember it, though. I did have friends that had the Chansey one. Was there even a Charizard one? Or was that, like, some fake shit that I got?
I think it was Chansey because the whole thing was Chance.
Yeah, Chansey. I know. I remember that. I remember there was, like, red and blue ones or something.
Yeah, maybe they came with the games. There was like
I just remember these. Yeah, I remember the Chansey one, but I remember not having it and having something else. But it could have been like fake because of all the fake.
I went to Paddy's Market. Paddy's Market's like in Sydney, and it's like the best place to go for fake every trading card game ever.
Well, that was the brutal thing about trying to play a trading card game is that there was people. Yeah, everyone had fakes, and there were purists everywhere. So there was a lot of people that were like.
I mean, I was a purist, but I don't know.
I had people that were just
conned into getting fakes.
I had people that were just ripping up fakes eventually. Like I went to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. Yes, I participated in a Yu-Gi-Oh!
I was just playing like schoolyard.
I was about 13, 14, and we showed up, and there was a bunch of young kids, and because it was me and another mate, and we just showed up to play, Yu-Gi-Oh! Because we were like trying to get into it, and we were like, Yu-Gi-Oh's awesome, like why not play a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! And that was the last time we ever played Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever. Because we built these decks and it was all good and we had these strategies set up. And then
there was ways of picking a fake as well.
There was all these weird. That was the thing because we showed up and Eric just started ripping up fakes at the place. Like he was like pulling cards out and just ripping them in half. And I was like, do you really care that much and stuff? And like that was weird. But like this tournament we went to was like 20, 13, like not 13-year-old. We were about 13. It's like 20, like 8-year-old kids. And like a 30-year-old, like one like older man, and like I was like, it's fine if you want to play this, but surely there's a place that people of your age group play Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know. It seemed unfair and it seemed weird. I get that you couldn't have turned him down or whatever, but it's just like I don't know. Like I feel like even me and Eric were like too old for it at like 13 or whatever.
I mean, but there is like there's
different age groups.
There's different trading card games.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you played Magic,
people still play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, people love Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh was strong before the cartoon even came out.
And there's like age groups for tournaments and all that sort of stuff.
Well, that's what I think needs to be more clear, at least around us. Like, I don't know what it's like in other countries and stuff with video game tournaments and card game tournaments and things like that. But 100% age group it, I guess, because it was unfair too. He knew how to play the game. No kids know how to play the game. He's just sweeping and just getting all prizes and shit.
So did everyone play it as like set decks and you weren't shuffling Yu-Gi-Oh decks?
No, you got to shuffle.
Because that's how I told you play competitive. You build a deck that you don't shuffle.
What?
That's how people play. I'm pretty sure now.
That's not how cards work. Why make it a card game at all at that point?
I don't know, because you got to build like a strategy that's going to be able to deflect what they've built in their deck. Because that's how the TV show works. Because the TV show.
That is not how the TV show works.
I think so.
No, it's not. There is no way there is any card game on the face of this earth.
I went to play competitively with my Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and I started shuffling. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just getting ready to play, and they're like, no, we don't shuffle our decks. We just have it how they are. And they're like, oh, yeah, 3 blue eyes white dragons. I sacrifice these.
No, that's ridiculous.
And the thing is,
you're being cheated. You're being cheated. There's no way that's official. There's no way. Hey, Lawnmower Factory. Oh man. I don't like that at all. Sorry, guys. I don't know how well you can hear that. Tweet at us, hashtag Lawnmower Factory.
Can we shut the door?
We can, shut all the windows.
Is he mowing the concrete?
Yeah. I mean, that's probably what's going on. There's not much grass to go out there. Hey, everybody, welcome to our show. It's made of obnoxious noises. We're closing up all of the windows. Nah, it's fine. Just close it, dude. Until he goes away. That's going to be a pain. That's a lot better. Yeah. It's not open. That's why it's better.
We won't have any breathing. No breathing needed.
I don't think it's that bad right now. And they did go away. They're going to come back.
I think the sun has gone. All right.
Welcome to our show.
What were we talking about?
Whoa.
Trading card games.
The new 1v1 me and Hearthstone Bros. Well, how did we get that in this comment tracker? What? One order chaos. Do you even know this guy?
1v.
All right,
I
will.
Right now. Tweet at us one order chaos.
Yeah, one order chaos.
At hashtag Retroverse.
At Retroverse Show. Hashtag Retrocast. What the hell, dude?
I'm just gonna look up.
Yeah, no, fight me. I'll fight you. I'm bad at Hearthstone.
I'm looking up
professional Yu-Gi-Oh, competitive
Yu-Gi-Oh rules. No shuffle.
I've never heard of any card game where they don't shuffle the decks. No offense, Kieran, but you got played. See? I'm with you, Desiree. Yeah, he's exactly.
No, I swear this happened.
You're insane.
I used to love shopping. That was the whole joy of
Then
it.
you should have played the game correctly and shuffled.
All right, we'll leave it that I got.
No, but serious, you definitely got had, dude.
Yeah, every single thing seems to say you've got to shuffle.
Of course you shuffle. It's a card game.
This is why I don't play competitively.
No competitive player would have told you that either. They were like,
It's just like some jerks like set up something. It's like, we're gonna get Kieran good.
You want to put some money on a big boy? Like they meet you at a street corner and they're like, find the queen. A blue and red dragon. Where's she hiding? Oh my god.
Alright, so that was.
Yeah, they have to. Sorry. I'm gonna stop harping about it, but like,
right,
man.
So let's move on.
High five, Desiree. For not duping people. That's hilarious. I love that.
I wasn't doing the duping. I wasn't trying to justify that was.
No, I'm not trying to say you were. I'm just thinking it's hilarious.
People were telling me.
I just think that's funny. It's that because like that's sort of like something I'd do in like the Pokemon trading card game when I was like 5. That's rough, dude. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. He's a guy. I'm looking. I know. Looking for someone to record Hearthstone with. Lol. Mentioned the tournament to him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's cool. No, dude, don't worry about it. You can mention anyone.
It's just strange that that's the only comment that pops up.
Yeah, that's the only thing that came through our chat. That's
Even
what we were surprised by.
Working.
Yeah, we had this like we've got the app that usually runs our lower third, which isn't working either. The little thing that goes down here, if you're not sure what we're talking about, that's usually meant to be here.
It would say like just
right now it'd be saying like
conversation.
discussion party or something weird because I would have been getting weirder as we went. Marks. Yeah, like bad letters. Anyway, so yeah, we just got the comment from him though, so we're kind of confused as to why that happened. Happy to play Hearthstone with him. Might even do it soon if we so find the time. Thank you. Thanks for sending him over to us as well. We're always happy to meet new people. God, turn surface. I'm with you, Konami. I get you. I feel you, bro. I don't know. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
See you later. Yeah. Always happy to meet new people. Kieran, the shout outs at the start of today, actually. I think he was talking about how he was finding new people.
Fenrir Pendragon.
Fenrir Pendragon? I can't even spell it.
Fenrir.
Fenrir.
FENRIRPENDRA.
Is he subbed to us? Can they look through our subs or something if they want to find it?
I don't know if he's communicated that.
Okay. He definitely did comment.
Subscribers.
That's why I thought he was
being
keen with on
playing the games.
I'm keen. Like, it's cool, yeah. I think it's
maybe it wasn't that
because that was the big problem for us. Like we did what, like a year and a half where we didn't know anyone and we didn't get anywhere, and then all of a sudden we started meeting people and this got really fun. Yeah. And the community made it actually worthwhile. And the fact that we came back, like, I'm still surprised we have that much of a back catalog. I don't know if anyone even knows that about our channel. Like, if you go back, there's shit there from like the start of 2013. If you want, it's a different channel at that back then. Different, it's pretty good. Worse quality as well. Worse audio quality. So just okay, interesting. Though that's not for us. They're just discussing on Twitter. Continue.
Should we go back into glitches? You
exploits
and glitches.
It's exploits. It's not glitches.
No,
we already did glitches last week.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
Did we?
Glitches was last week. That's why exploits was this week. I thought that was the whole point. We were talking about beneficial glitches this week, and then last week was broken glitches. Right?
I think I've got beneficial glitches. Have you heard of?
I don't know how you still have more. I thought we talked about.
You haven't talked about any of yours.
What? Yes, I have.
No, it says here. I don't want to spill the beans. Spill the beans. You got to spill the beans now.
I talked about missing those. Yeah. I talked about I don't know. There's like little things in. It's like I don't exploit a lot. Like I don't like to a lot of the time, and I'm just not. I don't know. It's usually little things like people that don't understand how to play online games with me or something. Like not with me necessarily, but like. It'll be like I'll see a gun poking through a wall in Counter-Strike, and I'll spray the wall with bullets, and they'll die, and they'll be like, "Fucking hackers!" And I'm like, "Don't face the wall. Like, don't poke, like, we all know that the gun can clip the wall. Why are you even provoking that? A lot of my stuff was about, you know, sort of economy exploits. Shortcuts in Mario Kart, always fun. Nothing really in that you can exploit.
Have you heard of?
I feel like what I was talking about was mostly Pokemon stuff and mostly cloning glitches, which is sort of what we talked about, and you talked about the cloning glitches when we were talking about missing no stuff.
Here's
I'm trying, like I can't.
Right, back with glitches though. This is like physical glitches. Have you heard of cartridge tilting?
Oh yeah, like I've done my fair share of cartridge tilting.
Have you?
I mean, I've been there.
What games have you tilted?
Have you ever played?
What are you tilted?
What are you tilted? Have you ever? Oh God, I can't remember now. Mischief Makers, not mystery.
No.
Mischief Makers. It's about a robot that shakes things. Holy crap! If we can record that, I want to show you that game because it is insane. I love it so much. It's like a puzzle action platformer thing. It's hard to define. It's by the guys who did. They did a game about the shooting, and it was a really good game. It was on the Dreamcast or something. It had the same sort of art style.
Well, what happened when you cartridge tilted it?
Okay, anyway, it just fucked up. It's just bad. It's just glitchy. That's why I didn't want to talk about it, because we're talking about exploits in games.
Have you seen the the Mario 64 one?
No.
That was actually like demonic glitch though.
But that's like, yeah, I feel like you're pretty much people being like, whoa, look what happens when I fucking do this.
You just like you tilt it like slightly to the left, lift it up a little bit, and Mario gets like twisted, mangled, and then you're playing as a mangled Mario, and all like the soundtrack.
This is all Ben Drown stuff as well.
But no, this is like actually what happens when you tilt it though.
I know, but Ben Drown, that's what happens when you tilt the Majora's Mask cartridge.
Really?
Yeah, that's how they do that. They glitch it.
That's like, so when he twists like that.
Yeah, it's all cartridge tilting, like data
graphics.
like overloading the data and stuff. Like, yeah, it's just about
forcing
the game to freak
exploit,
out.
Though. That's exploiting it to make some crazy machinima.
Ish. I mean, if you can class making the machinima, whatever, however you say it. If you can class making the machina out of like if that counts as a reward of the game,
well, it's
then yeah, I guess
your experience from it. I think.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like on a really meta level, you're right. You're 100% right. It is like you've gotten something out of the game using a glitch, right? But as far as the goals of the actual game are concerned, it's not helping. You're not doing anything there. I get I don't know. I thought the discussion was about something else.
It was. It's exploits, but that's exploits.
I totally let everyone carry me for this conversation. I just don't do it much. Like I don't have much experience with it. There's little things, I guess, like in Shovel Knight. If you've been watching me play Shovel Knight, there's a thing I do where like I am very trusting of the hitbox of the down stab to do the pogo jump.
Yeah.
So like you can hit things almost side on and get that to work and stuff like that. But I don't think that's an exploit even. I think that's just part of how the game works and getting a better feel for how the game plays.
Would you say in like Tekken, you know how there's like people who just go the same combo? Like move, like
I mean,
technically kick until you can't do anything.
You just get kneed in the face over and over again. Yeah.
Would you say that's an exploit? Or would you
I'd say it's being a dick. Just being a huge dick. I think. Isn't that like such an honor thing at that point?
Yeah.
When you're like,
you gotta play. You can't.
You're playing a game with someone, right? And you're acting like an asshole. Like
you're not gonna be playing the game for much longer.
Yeah, that's it. Like that person's not gonna want to play for much longer unless you actually try to play the game. I've versed people like that definitely. My favorite is, you know, you played a lot of Tekken.
Yeah.
Steve Fox. You know Steve Fox, the boxer, Nina's kid. Steve Fox! Steve Fox!
I played a lot, but it was ages ago.
I played the new one. I played Tag Tournament 2 on the PS3 a lot. And Steve Fox is the funnest fighter. Like, because like half of his moves are dodges and half his boxing combos. So
I think I do know him.
He's like a blonde guy. He's got like a kind of like unbuttoned shirt. He's all like, oh, I'm Steve Fox.
Yeah.
He's really cool. I really like Steve Fox a lot. He's like one of my favorite. He is my favorite character because like he's all dodging. That's like his whole defensive gameplay is like instead of having kicks, he has like slide out of the way and and once you learn how to dodge with him and combo with him, he is the funnest dude to play ever because any attack coming at you, you can just get out of the way of, and just like you're next to them and you're just like bap, 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 and then you're just like on the other side of the map again, and just like, what do you want to do now? I love him. Like,
like that
people hate versing
guy
me.
who ports.
Kind of.
Samurai dude.
Noob Saibot or something in Mortal Kombat.
No,
Are we talking about a different game?
no, we're talking Tekken. I swear
Tekken?
there's a.
Talking Dead or Alive.
I don't know.
There's a ninja in Dead or Alive that is pretty mobile. I could see how you might confuse
It's like
those two.
a Tekken guy who looks sort of like Raiden, but it's not Raiden. And you meet him in like a forest, and he's a samurai dude, and I'm pretty sure he can do like the Raiden port, where you teleport.
Talking about Raiden?
Oh, he looks like Raiden.
You sure you
And
don't
then
mean Raiden?
I know it's Tekken. Tekken 4, I'm going to throw in there.
Thanks so much for the some original Final Fantasy glitches. It's just sent in from Desiree. I'm gonna open those up and get into those while you continue to try and convince me there's a Raiden clone.
There is.
Nah.
I swear there is.
Nah.
And they recreated him, and then they made him a robot version of that. That's for sure.
What? Are you talking about Yoshimitsu,
Maybe.
the puppet like robot guy? He's like he's a samurai and he's a robot sometimes,
He's got a
and
foot.
sometimes he's a wood guy.
Yeah,
got
that
the
dude.
pogo stick.
Yeah,
I love Yoshimitsu.
that's the guy I'm talking about, Raiden clone.
He does not look like Raiden,
Yes.
and he is in no way close to
Maybe in
Raiden.
my brain, I've just like melded the two together.
I mean, because my biggest problem is that
He wears a hat. He does. Yoshimitsu wears a hat.
Maybe
He wears the Vietnamese hat.
Vietnamese.
They're the hats that go in like a triangle.
What the hell are you talking about? No, they're like the ones that they wear for rice paddy farming.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Raiden wears one and Yoshimitsu does not. I swear there's one game where he might have something similar.
What about Don?
But he doesn't know. It doesn't come in. Who?
Don.
You mean Gon? The dinosaur?
No, I'm pretty sure there's Don as well. He's a guy who's drunk and lies on his back.
That sounds great. What?
Have
I love the sound of that.
you played as him? He just does like shin kicks.
Just
He's like a
shit
drunk
kids.
scientist.
Take it.
I think the story is like
Yeah,
Gon-
Yoshimitsu.
Don created
as well.
Gon or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
That's probably not true. But he's like a drunk
That's probably not
scientist
true.
that you play as. He's like a bonus.
Oh
character.
yeah, I played as. He's a scientist. Yeah, I
Yeah.
played as that guy.
I'm pretty sure.
You son of a.
He started
Ah,
off.
the other side, where our microphone is literally facing this time.
Is he plowing a field out there?
Oh my god. I'm so sorry about this, guys. Why hasn't this happened any other Tuesday? We haven't had this problem before, have we?
Why people don't mow their lawn on Tuesday? It's like you don't mow your lawn on a public holiday.
That's
it.
yeah.
You mow your lawn
That's
Sunday
why.
night.
That's why Tuesday is podcast day. Well,
Australia.
we've been going for a little while. Even we could get to calling it. We could talk about these Final
Yeah,
Fantasy
talk about
glitches.
Final Fantasy glitches.
I just don't want to with this fucking guy.
He's gone. A sheep will chase him off. Don't worry.
That shit. I'm so sorry,
He'll
guys.
get
I hope
mauled by
it's not
sheeps
the
and covered in
worst.
lanolin.
Show this pic to confirm that we're getting a. Thanks so much. Desiree is like the best mod. Here's a picture of that's like a mod.
Yeah, look, see, his head is sort of the shape of a race.
I'm gonna get out. Just leave.
That's where it's coming from, though, is the fact that his head's that weird shape.
That's like the new-ish Yoshimitsu too. He's creepy as hell. He's like a
he
robot.
he's grips. Is it Harakami? Where he like stabs himself. And he
what
like
is
he can
that
do
called?
like a move where he
I know
stabs
that.
himself in the gut and like jumps
Yeah,
towards them.
No, I never seen him jump towards him. I have done the suicide onto people. It does crazy damage if you can get people with it. I love that.
But he does like a thing where he teleports.
Yeah, I know the teleport. The teleport like takes your life away as well.
Yeah, I think he's a really sacrificial character.
Can we go play some? Let's play some Tekken later. Too. Holy crap! I swear, every time we do this, we're like, we should play like 1,000,000 games. What the fuck? It's the
You come into the kitchen soon. You just see a little
climb up the
Yeah.
window into the room. I hope it's not too bad for you guys.
I see the moss on your roof needed mowing.
Hey, no big deal. Apparently the noise isn't as bad. It might be louder for us than it is for them, I think, because of distance and decibels and science.
Yeah. and cardioid
Cardioids.
pickup. I should know more about
Yeah,
this.
you should. I rely on you to know more about audio stuff.
I can tell you that this microphone is set to Omni, which means that it will
goes-
be picking up everything. And
Is that better?
No, it's not. That'll be really loud. This microphone. If you don't know which microphone, it's this microphone.
Yeah,
that
we have
records
two.
the podcast.
That records the HD, and this one I featured this in the contest video. This is my little CAD U37. This cost $50, literally $50 Australian dollars. It's plastic. It doesn't have metal on it, so it's like super cheap, and it does pretty good recording. If you're hearing it right now. Is the point?
This one's not super cheap.
Yeah, no, that one looks really expensive and cool.
It's
I wish I had a good mic.
$500 mic.
Jeez. I mean,
That's from uni, that one.
Yeah, no, for sure. But like, see, that's the thing. If I had done audio, shut up.
He's got the whippersnipper out and the lawnmower. He's going like this now.
I'm so disheartened. I mean, yeah, that's what's gonna ruin it is if I stop yelling over him and stop the podcast
he's gonna
for it.
strap a hedge trimmer to his other arm and also a what do they call it? A corner cutter to his foot. So
Corner cut is he? He's like the one-man band of lawnmower men.
Of garden maintenance.
Of garden maintenance. Oh my god. He every time he steps it like swings around outside of him and like cuts all the leaves off the trees.
Uh-huh.
No, there's a million things that guy's doing that I'm hating. Shut up. No, alright.
And the problem with like Australia, I don't know if this happens in the States or Canada or anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
One person starts mowing their lawn, another person hears it, they start mowing their lawn.
Yeah, because it's like that's the time to start mowing your lawn. We've got the most concurrent viewers we've ever had, and it's for the one with the bad audio. It's for the one where this happened.
The crazy little mower.
What the fuck? Did someone call him in? I live in like a block of like apartments for people that so basically like a neighbor might have called this in, or it might have just been called in by one of the landlords. There's no way of knowing who made this happen. But I'm going to talk about it the entire podcast from now on. No, I'm not. We're going to go on to... Are we good to go on to Desireen's glitches?
Yeah, Desireen glitches.
Okay, so Desireen sent in some Final Fantasy glitches for us. Really good to have you guys in the conversation. I really like it. The intelligence bug. The intelligence bug is a bug found in both the NES and PlayStation versions of Final Fantasy. In the game, intelligence is supposed to be a factor in how much damage or healing a spell will do, or how effective it is. But is never factored in. I can stop yelling. Cool. But is never factored in. Essentially meaning that a red mage can use cure just as well as a white mage.
Yeah, I think I noticed that.
With neither being better at it than the other. Okay, so you can use whichever caster you want to be a healer and stuff like that. To me, that seems like it's more realistic, right? Like it's more true to form for what a mage should be able to do.
And then they try to narrow down the classes a bit.
Yeah, well, they try and make it more
visual.
specific.
Yeah.
I get that. I mean, that's where you start defining healing roles and things like that. That's really interesting, actually. That's a good exploit as well. In the exploit scheme of things, to be able to have like everyone as a healer and stuff. That's huge. And the critical hit bug was the other one sent in. The critical hit bug is present in every version of the original Final Fantasy. Jeez. Though its status as a bug in more recent versions is debatable, since it seems to have been intentionally retained. So basically, instead of loading a weapon's critical hit rate, the game loads the weapon's index number. The practical effect of this bug is that critical hits are slightly less common than they were intended to be at the beginning of the game, but substantially more common than they were meant to be towards the end of the game. So as the weapon number goes up, the critical chance goes up as well. So by the time you get to like weapon 100 or whatever, you got 100% crit chance, but I imagine it would never get there. But like, that's crazy. That's awesome. Good pick, Desireen. Really good. I love that. And it makes me want to go exploit some Final Fantasy. For reals, not for play. Thank you so much to Ginger Red. Yeah, no chat today, Ginger Red. It's not working again. We've had 2 weeks. Next week we're going to Twitch to just see if we can make it work there better. So just feel free to join us for the Twitch stream next week where we will have chat, but for now we're using Twitter to the best of our abilities. We're really sorry. I'm really sorry personally because I thought I had worked it out and I thought it wasn't going to be an issue again. And it was! So we can blame this guy, the master of giving away terrible secrets. Are you looking at Monsters, Inc.?
No, shit, Jason, don't spoil it. I got something else to talk about.
Literally talking about how I spoil everything. And I'm just like, what is this Monsters, Inc. crap you got going on?
I'm trying to find it. There was something that happened in Skyward Sword that I wanted to talk about.
Okay. I'll keep jibber jabbering.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it and then I'll fill in the reference. So, Avi, take it away. I've been listening.
I don't even remember what I was
talking
talking about comments more than anything. So yeah, but thank you so much, Ginger Red, for showing up. Thanks to everyone that's been showing up for this cast. This feels like a long one. This feels
it's like almost 3 hours.
Yeah!
Broke our own record.
Oh god.
So much for half an hour podcast.
Yeah! That was the first thing I said, wasn't it? In that like October update or something, I'm like, oh, we could just be quick and just be like a little thing.
It doesn't happen quick. Why weren't the rest of them low?
I think it's because we're just here. That's probably why we haven't been here when it started mowing or something on Tuesdays. Maybe because it's like 11:30 in the morning. I don't know. This might be the first time neither of us have had like a schedule to get to as well. As well as that, you're still looking. Guys, I honestly am so happy for you guys to flood us with tweets. It's been fun. I really enjoy the conversation. I feel like personally I don't use Twitter enough as a conversational tool because I've had some really nice ones with like Tripwire and stuff like that on Twitter, and Elusive Crawfish, Rookie Plays, those guys, like all those guys I've been talking to a lot on Twitter, and I should conversate more, and feel free to talk to me. Oh god, now I'm just getting mushy because Kieran's left me here with nothing.
Wait.
Let the Twitter flooding commence! With you, Ginger Red.
Have you?
Oh yeah. We can just keep going until people get bored of us too. Have you got something? No?
Right, so...
Did you just make this up in your head and now you're like, oh, fucking Skyward Sword?
No, I had it written down in my notes and I literally just remembered. So where are you up to in Skyward Sword?
It doesn't matter anymore, dude. It doesn't. I know that. I know the whole storyline and stuff, so...
Have you heard of the Abyssal Leviathan?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Have you seen pictures of the Abyssal Leviathan?
I'm not sure. I mean, is it the big thing? Like the big scaly thing? Black scaly dude?
No, not that. Don't you reckon something for me? What the
fuck? Really? That's you haven't. If you haven't gotten up, how am I ahead of you?
I'm up to I did the sand ship.
Yeah, it's before the sand ship. The thing I'm talking about.
Yeah, I must have seen it.
Okay, well, yeah, go on.
Well, anyway, so the sand ship was the most, like, the waiting mechanic in that was terrible.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I loved the time portals they used in that.
The time portals are cool when they're used correctly, but it's annoying that you have to activate the time portal, go back in, do something, go back out, activate the time portal, go back in.
Yeah, I hear that.
Do that again.
I hear
then
that.
Activate the time portal from inside the next room. It's just, they didn't work it properly. Like, it would have been funner if you had to do it once, go in, clear out a room. Change it back. Like, it just wasn't fluid.
Well, yeah, I know that.
So after the sand ship, then it starts to sink.
Yep.
And it's just, it's amazing. Like, I thought that level design was really cool. Like, it was totally different to most other dungeons. And so
the dungeons in that game are fun when you can get to them. Like, they're not bad.
So then it starts to sink and you start running up.
Little Jerry curl. Yeah, go on.
Oh, here we go. So I got a great picture of it. Yeah. So it starts to sink, and then you get to the top. There's all these tentacles coming through.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's going to be like this crazy Kraken boss, and like you got to chop the tentacles up, and you run to the top of the ship. And then you verse this, which I'm pretty sure is a character from Monsters, Inc.
That is a character from... Wait, is that from the game?
That is from the game.
No, that's from Monsters, Inc.
Yeah, what is that? That's a character from Monsters, Inc.
I don't know specifically the character.
I was trying to find him.
I know the character, but yeah.
How do they...
I know who you're thinking of.
How do they not know that is a Monsters, Inc. character? Look, there he is in-game. Abyssal Leviathan. You did fight it. It looks like... I versed it, and I'm like, how do they not know in mainstream media this is already a thing, and it's not scary at all? It's actually funny. So in my...
I doubt it was meant to be, though.
How I pieced it... I don't think it was. Like, the atmosphere they were portraying was, like, really terrifying when you're, like, sinking in the ship and...
It's irony. Yeah, what's the
And now it's like the monster. Obviously, he's got a part-time job on that Zelda Skyward Sword.
It was rough scaring kids, so he had to move on and start scaring like
okay.
But that's it. I was just annoyed by that. It's just a general gripe.
I mean, I get that. Characters that look like, oh man, what about next week we do characters that look like other characters? we do clear rip-offs.
Yeah, clear rip-offs. I don't think it was.
We'll do
I
that.
just think they weren't like in tune with that was already a thing. That guy was already a thing.
I mean, on a level probably, but I doubt it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I doubt that they were like designing it and they're like, oh shit, this looks like the Monsters Inc. guy, or like even
And another
realize
thing,
afterwards
he's
or
got
whatever.
snake hair.
Yep.
That looks almost identical to the snake hair from the other Monsters Inc. character.
Right. I get you, man.
Why
like,
would they reference Monsters Inc. in Zelda?
Maybe, I mean, Skyward Sword definitely carries an earlier life mood to it, right? Like a more childish kind of attitude about like discovery and stuff. Maybe something about wanting to make the monsters look a bit Pixar-y. Maybe. Because all the monsters in that game do, like all the creatures and character designs do look kind of Pixar-y. I totally,
they do.
I can get that
Quirky.
vibe. Yeah, like they're kind of like halfway between Wind Waker and Twilight Princess.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Actually, I like that a lot.
But I think that it just didn't make sense to me.
No, me neither,
The
dude.
character had so much like.
I don't get it.
I don't know. It looks like a human pretty much as well. It kind of looks weird.
Like
It's
a
not
human
really-
wearing a condom hat.
Exactly. Weird Cyclops, Tentaculus, I think. His name is.
Tentaculus.
Tentacular.
That's adorable. I want it to be his name so bad. Oh, lawnmowers. Okay.
Yeah, that was a
Interesting.
gripe I had.
That's a gripe you had? It's something you were annoyed about?
So maybe
recently?
we can talk about some game gripes.
Game gripes. Like now? Do you
Yeah,
mean?
might as well.
All right. Yeah, I'm happy to keep this train rolling. No sleep till. No sleep. No, we're not gonna. All right.
24 hours.
All right. 24 hours starts right now. No, I'm kidding. Oh god. No, we could move this to Twitch even and stream a game or something if people wanted that while we chatted. Game gripes that I experienced recently. Yeah, maybe tweet at us if you feel that because we're like hanging out anyway. And like that might be we'd record an episode at the same time pretty much. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
Thinking about it. Tweet at us if you like that idea.
After 3 hours, I probably got other stuff to do.
But that's what I'm thinking. But like they're still here. Like that's what I'm saying. Like as long as we've got an audience and we're comfortable to be here, then I don't really see a problem. But if you wanted to see something else, we can do other things with you guys, and we can take feedback and make it about doing that kind of stuff. Anyway, game gripes that I had recently. Have you played Fantasy Life on 3DS? Probably not. I don't think anyone has. It came out. I downloaded it at midnight. I was so excited. The opening to that game is like 12 hours long. If you play through it, if you play through everything in it, because there's 12 classes, right? And every one has they're called lives. So you can be an alchemist, or you can be a tailor, or you can be a weapon like a blacksmith, or you can be like a paladin and go fight stuff. But you need them all. Right? Like you need to play every single one of those classes if you want to complete the game or like get anywhere in the game. Because to like make the weapons for the paladin, you need to be a miner to mine the resources, and then you need to be a blacksmith to make the resources into a thing. Then you need to be a paladin to use the higher level swords. So it's like everything's connected, but there's a starting quest for every life. And like I played through the intro and I got every life unlocked and stuff, and I unlocked every skill, and then I was like, but why can't I just be one character?
Yeah,
like what?
so you
Like
gotta
this?
swap.
You have to swap if you want to
Sort of
like
like,
unlock the next rank of tailor. You have to go back, become a tailor, go back. And
Battle for the North on Xbox 360.
is that
Lord
sounds
of
like
the
a?
Rings.
I was gonna say that sounds like a not a lot. I thought it was the Game of Thrones thing.
No. I'm
Wars
pretty
of
sure
the
it's Battle for the
North.
North. Anyway,
Mhm.
so in that one, you can swap between your characters. But when
Yeah.
you do that, you got to reset all the stats. So like at the end of every mission, you can choose to continue playing as like. So there's no commitment. You don't feel like you've got to commit to anything because you can be like, oh, I'll just swap to the elf chick and I'll play as her for a level. I'll just swap to this other guy.
Yeah.
But I don't think they don't retain like their abilities that you give them.
Right.
And then the AI, like the character, because it's like real time combat
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of thing.
I get
Because I
that.
think with other Lord of the Rings ones, like the Battle for Middle Earth on PS2,
Yep.
no Third Age. You played that one?
Yeah. I No, I haven't played Third Age.
Yeah, it's like a Final
I played
Fantasy like
RPG.
turn-based RPG.
So you can
sort
have
of
2
style.
player and 2 players.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have played that with Eric
Yeah.
actually. That's right.
So that one, like, it did it well, and you actually had to commit to characters.
We're reading your tweets, guys.
But yeah, you can't commit
Yeah.
to characters when you can swap.
That's
between
kind of
them
crap.
really easily,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
That's
still a
felt
fun
like,
game though.
that sort of felt like for me. I was like trying to make it this thing, and well, I was trying to make it this thing, and yeah, it just wasn't it.
Yeah.
You know? I was trying to play this game that wouldn't let me play it, and I was like, fantasy life, oh boy, you get to, it's like Animal Crossing with combat in it, and I was like, kinda. I don't know. It'd be more fun with people, I think.
Yeah.
It's like one of those
Something
multiplayer
43, yeah.
games, because yeah, you can get like 3 other heroes in there and go on quests together and stuff, and I think that's really cool. I'll probably get back to it. Some
Carried
point.
by friends again. Another one of those games.
Yeah, and I didn't want that from it. I wanted just a fun quest, but like, there's so much dialogue in that game. Like, holy crap. I couldn't even begin to deal.
I'm disappointed with every single Harvest Moon game. Disappoints me.
It's because you want something else. You start farming and you're like, oh boy, my life. I gotta control my life, whatever. And then it just doesn't. There's nothing left. I know Chris really likes it.
I don't know what do they need to do to fix that. Like,
Play Rune Factory, dude. It fixes it.
play Rune Factory.
Play Rune Factory on DS. Play Rune Factory on DS. Go buy it. Anyone go buy it. It is. That's why I got hype on Fantasy Life, because I was like, it's like a new one of those. Because in Rune Factory, you're given the farm and everything, and you can farm stuff, but you're actually farming like healing herbs and that kind of stuff, and stuff for your character to go on quests with,
Yeah.
and like antidote herbs and all that kind of shit. And yeah, and it's just great. It's like really fun how that works and how the farm's actually useful. But then you can go out and you can tame any monster in the world by feeding them the plants that you can farm. You can build relationships by giving gifts to people in town, and literally every NPC you can take on quests with you. So if you find an NPC like the blacksmith or something, and you're like, oh, this guy's actually really cool, this character's interesting, you can just straight up be like, hey, take all of these rocks, and then he'll be like, I'm your best friend now. And then you're like, come on, man, we're going on a quest. And then you guys go on a quest, and it's fun. Like, it's a really good game, really well made, and the combat is like surprisingly fast and fun for like the DS. So it's like, if you want a good Harvest Moon experience, Rune Factory, the 3rd one, is the one I was playing, and I recommend it.
I don't know, those sorts of games are good to just chill out and play.
That's what I like. I mean, that's what I like Monster Hunter
Take a break
for.
from like really serious gaming.
I think Desiree would agree with me on that. Like, Monster Hunter's really good for...
exactly. I
just
started
breed a
playing
monster.
that again.
Yeah, Monster Hunter! High five. If there wasn't a camera, that would have made more sense. We should try streaming games on this as well. No, there's no chat. Okay, yeah, everyone said that would be cool if we want to switch to Twitch. If that's what we wanted to do.
Switch it to Twitch.
Yeah, because I don't know, we could take a little break, have a drink, and then anyone who wants to come back, we can do that, and we can record some stuff while we talk.
Yeah.
That might be a good way to go about this. At least then we're using our time as well. And we've been talking here for like 3 hours something, and it might be nice to have a little intermission.
For sure.
I think...
It's more than 3 hours.
Holy crap. That's brutal.
It's so brutal.
Imagine...
My hard drive space is really deteriorating now.
Oh, crap.
I got 78 minutes left of recording time.
78 minutes? Sweet. That's heaps.
No, we've already recorded 190.
Probably not. Okay. So that's what we're going to do, guys. If you want to join us again, that's fine. Otherwise, we're just going to be on Twitch anyway, because if we can do that, we can do that. That's great.
What are we going to play on Twitch?
I have an idea. So you'll see that soon, maybe.
All right.
I'm not going to give it away. Yeah, have you thought about that?
No, don't
Okay.
give it away.
No, do you want me to? I can.
No, don't. Don't give it away.
Okay, I won't.
Surprise.
Okay, it's going to be a surprise. Give us like 10 minutes. You can go follow Retroverse Show on Twitch, is where we will be going live. Unless Chris is streaming League of Legends there for some reason, because he likes doing that. Well, I'd set him up to do that. Yeah, I'm cool with that. If you guys like League of Legends, it might be coming to our Twitch soon. We'll be back in like 5:10. Good job. Much love.
Thanks for staying with us.
Thank you so much for showing up to everyone that showed up.
Any Twitter tweets?
Okay, yeah, I'll just shout out everyone that was really cool through this. I've never played the Monster Hunter games, only the Monster Ranch games. That's what I meant. I meant Monster Rancher. Sorry, was I saying Monster Hunter?
I play Monster Hunter to relax too. Sometimes.
I do too. I play
Yeah.
Monster Hunter too. Oh god, I wish we could stream Monster Hunter. Damn it. Maybe one day. Anyway, no. I should play Monster Hunter Desert, and that's a really good point for
Monster
the channel.
Rancher.
Monster Rancher. Fuck. Can you imagine if those games were like related too, and like they were like
let's go to
spin-offs of each other?
Let's play some Golden Sun.
Let's play some Oh, we could play Golden Sun maybe. That could be interesting. Maybe. Anyway, look, we'll be back 5:10. Thank you so much for showing up. So much for showing up for the live event. You guys are the bomb diggity. Special shout outs to Konami Master Deseran, Ginger Red, and Grab a Pint. I believe those are the people that have been tweeting. And Amy Face Gaming also was involved.
1-0.
Yeah, what? Who's that guy? You still haven't hit us up.
1 Order Chaos.
1 Order Chaos. Feel free to hit us up on Twitter or something about Hearthstone. Maybe Hearthstone's what we'll end up streaming. You know, if we're gonna fight Order Chaos. A little bit of the old fisticuffs. I'm not good at it. I'll say it right now. I'm really bad at it.
So we're gonna be playing like a pro.
Yeah,
Our two minds.
That's what going into that tournament was like. Because I showed up and Desiree was like, "I got all these cards that you've never heard of," and I was like, "Oh man, I should have played before the tournament."
This is my first time ever playing.
This is my
It
first.
was back when I was playing Worms and I logged on to like
It's a
the
bit better than
wireless
that.
iPad Worms.
Yeah,
And I was
and those
really,
pros.
I was really like not at the same state I used to be.
It's
The guy
hilarious.
comes in, ninja ropes across the room,
Yeah.
drops in dynamite, ninja ropes back, and then just looks at me. And then my first move was I'm like, because the iPad you got to do touch controls.
Yeah.
And I like touch it, and I'm like, so if I touch it this way, it's gonna move. And I shot the bazooka straight down at my feet. And then I was just like,
That's like
Alright,
everyone's first move in
I'll just
Worms.
log out and I'll pretend I wasn't versing some pro. I didn't just
That's
humiliate
it.
myself.
Yeah, bye. That never happened. Yeah, so thank you
This
so
never
much.
happened.
Yeah, never. But yeah, special
No,
shout outs to everyone that joined us and everyone that tweeted at us. Go check out Twitter spam that we have sitting on our tweeters right now. Everyone that is in that is a great person, and you should go watch all of their content. Bye, I guess. Bye.
Bye.
I wish these lower thirds had worked. Oh well. See you guys 5:10.